Well, here we are, episode 153. And on this episode, we're all back. Me and the Wrecking Crew, Lou Ciccio and Mark Smith from the Music Relish Show. Find them on YouTube. I usually put Mark first, but I want to give Lou some special treatment. I've upset him a few times this week, and I want to let him know that he's loved, so I put his name first this episode. Anyway, he's going to kill me for that. Where are we? I don't know. The three of us are going to be talking about the year 1976 in music and movies. The Bicentennial for us boomers. Big year. Big year. Lots of good stuff going on there. So sit back, relax, and enjoy a drive back to 1976. I think Mark was one.
The KOFB studio presents Milk Crates and Turntables, a music discussion podcast hosted by Scott McLean. Now, let's talk music. Enjoy the show.
Thank you, Amanda, for that wonderful introduction. The abrupt ending to that. It's a whole thing. Reason. Well, welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. I'm so glad you could attend. Come inside, come inside. It's been a while. It seems like it. We're streaming live right now over, you know them, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, X, Twitter, whatever it is, and a number of other live streams. And yeah, we were away last week, so it seems like, well, I was away. Those guys chastised me because they love their airtime. You know, they seem humble. They're nice guys, but you take their airtime away from them and they turn all diva. Yeah, the Wrecking Divas, I started calling. They were harassing me while I was in St. Augustine, 4th of July. So I had to hurry back and get them on the air, and so they could feed their humble egos. Does that make it? It's the only way I could describe them. Humble egos. So, with all that, let me jump back over here. Allison Lundy, welcome to the show. And let's bring on, at this point, Ciccio. What's up, buddy?
All I've got to say is that I will be communicating with you through Mark tonight. Anything I have to say to you, I will ask Mark to ask you, and then he can reply to me. That's it. That's pretty much where we stand right now, my friend. All right. Hey, buddy, what's up?
the dead silence was the best. That was the funniest thing. The dramatic pause. Like you had to regroup. You had to get your shit together before you spoke to me.
Well, I'm a little emotional. I've got my crystal too. I have my crystal, and I'm still emotional.
That was good. Now let's bring the room down.
Hi.
What's up, buddy? Let's get everybody in the spots that they. There we go.
Mark, would you tell Scott I said hello?
You scared the shit out of me when you said that. I'm like, I gotta spend the whole show doing this.
It's good. So it's on you now.
Scott, Lou said it's all on me now.
Well, let's say hi to Allison Lundy. How are you?
Sis.
Hey,
the beautiful Tiffany Van Hill.
Hi, Tiffany.
Hey, Tiffany.
Yeah, my buddy, and of course the one and only Patty Yossi.
Hey, Patty.
Oh, and see, I get these beautiful women, and then Big Head Todd, the West Rocket, could not wait to jump in and just absolutely talk about bringing a room down. Mark, you are a pride parade compared to Big Head Todd the Wet Sprocket. Oh, and then to bring the room down even more,
Wow.
Dr.
dang it.
Porkchop, Robert Kirkman, we went from top shelf women to what the hell? This is going to be a roller coaster tonight.
Mark.
Hey, Dave Phillips, King of the 45s, just jumped in.
Dave.
What's up, buddy? Tiffany says,
Hello,
hey,
Robert.
y'all.
Hello,
She
Todd.
knows I don't talk like that, but, it's cute when she says it, but I'll never say that.
I can't do it either.
I just can't.
It doesn't.
bring
It doesn't.
myself.
It doesn't sound authentic when I do it.
No. Hey, y'all.
Hey, use.
Does that sound like something I would say? Hey, y'all.
Yes,
Hey,
it
you.
would.
But Tiffany, you say it. It's beautiful.
Mark,
when
tell
you
Scott
say
I
it,
said
though.
yes, it would.
Scott.
What?
Scott.
Well, Dave Phillips says, hello, men. I think that's very, that's very. Why? How do you know? How do you know, Dave Phillips? How do you know? You don't know that everybody on this panel is men. Maybe they go by something else.
You're
I
offending
go
me,
by
Scott.
men, but
You're
I
offending me, Scott. You're really, that's it. I'm out of here. Bye.
Big Head Todd the Wet
I
Sprocket
hit the
says,
wrong
I
one.
like
There
the
we go.
Stein collection in the background, Lou.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, it means he fucking zooms in on you. Look, that's creepy in itself. Tiffany says it's
for
funny
detail.
when I say it. When me says y'all, all y'all is a fun one to say. All of y'all. Nah,
Say it
nah,
with the
now we're gonna
Boston.
stop.
Say it with the Boston accent.
What's up?
No, y'all.
No, that's when you say what's up, and then it just turns into sup.
Sup. That's what I said.
Sup.
Sup.
Yeah, that's more manly. Men shouldn't say "Hey y'all." Men should not say that. No. You know,
The guy from Train says that.
When men aren't unwell, we vomit.
we're missing my background music. Let's see.
Oh,
That's right. Yeah.
Everybody just sit back, relax, get a little groove on.
this takes away the edge from your comedy, though. That's the problem with it.
Well, then I'll lower it.
Why do you think our comedy's so sharp?
It's
This
so,
can't.
yeah, it's so
This can't
sharp
dull.
and witty.
Mark, would you tell Scott this can't dull our comedy?
This
That's
Scott
getting old. That's getting
Lou
old.
says this cannot dull our comedy. Do you have a response to
I'm
Lou?
done. I'm done with that.
Dave Phillips, King of the 45, says, do you prefer hello, boys? See, boys is a term of endearment. What's up, boys? What's up,
I like it.
boys?
I like it.
Yeah, it's a sports term. Hockey players love that term.
I
That's
like
what
to
my
say for the
psych.
record, I'm a man. In case there's any
Thanks
doubt.
for clearing that up, Lou. Just in case anyone thought I was serious.
I just want to say right here and now.
That I identify as a man. I'm a man, damn it.
My psycho science teacher in elementary school, Lou knew who he is, used to come into the classroom and say, "Hello, boys," and he destroyed me for life. Not in a way bad way.
Yeah,
you know,
where show us on the doll where
psychologically.
he touched you, Mark.
Psychologically.
Show us on the doll where the bad man touched you, Mark.
Oh God.
I don't
He
have.
said he ruined
I have
me.
my little doll. I have my little Star Wars doll. Can I go get it?
Do you ever watch Always
the
Sunny in
Jedi.
Philadelphia?
What's
Isn't
that?
that funny?
Did you watch-
Isn't that funny? I was thinking about that last night. That show.
The
Great
the
show.
episode where Charlie got molested. It's called Charlie Got Molested.
Charlie got
That
molested.
Oh, dude, it's one of the funniest
on.
episodes you'll ever see. It's it's so demented. All right, enough of that. Where are we at? Then
76.
Robert Kirkman says, "Good evening, gentlemen." Okay, well,
Matter of conjecture.
yeah.
Are we gentlemen? I don't know.
Wow, look at this. Is
Or
a
we
record.
Gentile men?
We've gone 2 minutes, and Big Head Todd the Wet Sprocket hasn't commented.
I think he's bored. Let's get him going. Let's
yeah,
talk
let's-
music. He wants to hear
Yeah,
music.
let's. How's everything on Music Relish? By the way, I heard you guys had a caller in this past weekend. We had a special guest
we
caller.
did. Yes,
Our
we
first
did.
caller in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was hoping it would come across because it was on my phone, and it did. You're there. It's funny.
Did it ever?
It did it ever. We've been having fun the last three shows.
All right, good.
We have a groove going. Let's not wreck it.
Yeah. He has to comment. I have no comment. We know who that is. All right, January 5th, 1976. Former Beatles road manager Mal Evans. You know the story, Lou?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
He got shot dead. Was it the L.A. police?
Yeah.
Was this some kind of domestic squabble?
No. He refused to drop what police later determined as an air rifle.
Okay, well, he was home though, right?
Yeah.
You know what happened to his ashes?
I do, but I can't remember.
It's a Lennon line. Well, they got lost. So Lennon's joke was they ended up in the dead letter office. Pretty douchey for your road manager, you know?
So Dave Phillips, King of the 45s, welcome to reality. He says, I just started watching Peaky Blinders on Netflix.
Oh, it's a great show.
May cut
I
out
love
early.
it.
How could he just now say, hey, listen, watch away, binge it, binge all 6 seasons or whatever there is.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're watching it, but where the fuck have you been for the last 3 or 4 years?
I never watched I only watched the first season.
You haven't watched it either, Lou?
I think I started watching the first episode a while back, but then I didn't finish.
You didn't really?
Yeah, I'll get around to it.
Are you a TV watcher, Lou?
No, I'm spotty with it. I watch movies and stuff.
But
Series,
you're not a regular TV watcher?
No.
What about you, Mark?
I collect weird things.
I am dying to get.
Like Steins?
I'm dying to get into.
Big Head Todd doesn't know that what's
Have a
in
room
those Steins. That's the thing. Go ahead, Mark. I'm sorry.
I love a good show. Like I love to get into a good series. Like I just remember the Golden Years, Sopranos. Every Sunday, right?
Yeah.
But then I've had a few shows that I start to watch and then I lose track. And then they go like, I'm doing Breaking Bad now because I watch Better Call Saul and not Breaking Bad, and I have to catch up. So
can't do that. Yeah.
I've been watching Better Call Saul. There's a few series.
Did you watch Breaking Bad though?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, so you did watch that, Luke.
But you know what's weird? I took a break from it. You know why? It got really dark, and some of the new stuff, even Peaky Blinders, like I'm interested in it, but something about me is pulling away from some of the more violent stuff. Oddly enough, because I like that stuff. I like the shooting. I like all that stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean that's the thing about Breaking Bad. It's a slow burn, man.
Yeah,
it's a slow burn, and it's a real build up, and and it does get dark at times. Yeah.
The Kid and the Bicycle, that's when I bailed out for. And I caught up with the rest of season 5 after that. That was too much at that point. Heavy. It was heavy though.
Yeah, and that's probably. Some say that Better Call Saul might be better than Breaking Bad.
It's a little lighter, right? It's more positive. He's trying to build his career. He's trying to work hard.
It's dark though. Like you can't in his girlfriend in that. I forget her name. You can't figure her out.
Right. Well, they're lawyers. It's kind of scary. You know?
Like they start giving they give a little background on her. Kim Wexler.
Kim, yeah.
But that you just can't, like, she is a really great actress. I mean, she pulled that off masterfully.
And they did not show her, but they showed Saul's background, but they never
showed a little bit of hers, but not like a big part. But you can't figure out why she's almost like sociopathic.
Wow.
And she loves dysfunction.
Yeah.
Absolutely loves dysfunction.
Like the Karen character from Daredevil. Once you got into her backstory, it was dark.
Which character in Daredevil?
Karen. The girl, yeah.
The best Marvel TV show ever.
Yeah,
best.
absolutely.
Absolute hands down.
The best.
If you want to watch a great series, it's not on Netflix anymore, though.
No.
It's on Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
I got that. I'll check it out. My son loves it.
3 seasons. Great.
Best fight scenes in any Marvel and any TV show I've ever seen.
Yeah, I think some of those fight scenes, like they were like one takes, the way they.
Yeah.
Incredible. I mean, you get exhausted watching it.
Yeah, it was done really well.
Done really well.
January 6, 1976, Peter Frampton releases his album, Frampton Comes Alive, that only has 4 fucking good songs on it.
Here we go.
But they are huge songs.
They were huge, yeah.
I'm not taking anything away from them. I think it's like it was the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack syndrome.
Yeah.
Where it's just, I think Frampton Come Alive came first, right?
Yeah.
There's just a few really, really good songs, but those songs were monsters, which carried the whole album.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't. What's
a
that?
band with 4 hit singles on an album, that can take any album pretty far. But this had more of a phenomenon thing attached to it.
It was more of a
Just the
phenomenon,
sales.
yeah, because it was live and it
Yeah.
just had and he had the look, and
Yeah.
they got behind it once they realized they had something, and
ruined them.
meaning the record company, and
Then they wrecked them.
yeah, absolutely. But he's still making money
Yeah.
off
He's
that
touring
album.
again. He's going to tour again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll go to see his 4 songs. That's it. And I'll leave once they're done. No, I won't even go see him. The next day, January 7th, 1976, Kenneth Moss, a former record company executive, is sentenced to 120 days in Los Angeles County Jail and 4 years probation for involuntary manslaughter in the 1974 drug-induced death of average white band drummer Robbie McIntosh.
Oof.
Wow.
Yeah. Fucking drummers. Yeah. And nobody
Never
missed
trust
him.
They're like
Nobody
lawyers.
missed him.
Yeah, there's the other Robbie McIntosh is it's a guitar player in the
Yeah.
Pretenders, and Paul McCartney.
Mhm.
So, 2 guys with the same name, but so he administered the fatal
Yeah,
shot.
evidently.
Wow.
Yeah, evidently. Let's see. January 13th, 1976. A trial begins for 7 Brunswick Records and Dakar Records employees. The record company employees are charged with stealing more than $184,000 in royalties from artists. And that's in 1976.
Wow.
It's got to be the equivalent of $500,000 at least.
That
right?
old music business, it's shady.
Yeah, it still is. They figure out ways.
I was never so happy when I left it.
January 19th, 1976, concert promoter Bill Sargent makes an offer of $30 million to the Beatles if they will reunite for a concert. One concert. And they
30
turned it
million.
down.
Yeah.
That's a
They
lot of
turned
money
it down.
back then.
What the fuck is so bad that you can't get on stage with somebody for 90 minutes?
One of them wouldn't do it, I bet you.
Yeah, and just
Yeah.
rehearse. Probably McCartney didn't really need it at that time. He was having the biggest success.
But you know something? He loved the Beatles. I think Paul of all of them loved the Beatles.
You think it was John then?
Probably, I would think.
Yeah.
Especially back then too. He was.
Because probably Yoko couldn't get on stage with them.
Have
And
you-
try to
have you-
steal all the spotlight. I'm sure that was it.
Didn't some magazine do it's a cartoon? It's this big Yoko, and she's walking John as a cockroach. It's a roach with like Lennon's head on it. It's old. I don't know who did. What magazine? It's an old.
That's
one.
great.
Wow.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Let me see. Big Head Todd DeWitt Sprocket still talking about TV. TV peaked after Marlins Perkins Wild Kingdom ended.
Like 65, I think, right? Nah.
Nah, I watched it.
That was
It was
in
on
the
every
70s,
Sunday night. Then
right?
The
Yeah,
Wonderful
yeah.
World of Disney, when Disney
Yeah.
was a family-friendly,
God, I forgot
network.
about Sunday nights.
yeah,
Yeah.
family-friendly
ABC.
network.
Yeah.
Um,
Sunday night.
or company. Let's see. February 15th, Bette Midler bails 7 members of her entourage out of jail after they are arrested on charges of cocaine and marijuana possession.
Ooh.
Da, 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 da.
Oh my God.
Well, in 76, cocaine was a big deal. It was like,
It was like, ooh,
yeah, ooh.
It was
yeah,
like
with
coffee.
some Coke, yeah.
Yeah.
Come the 80s. Whole other story.
Oh, don't tell me about the 80s and cocaine. Oh, just saying.
Is this a little
Just saying.
confession here?
Just saying.
There you go.
Well, I had to stop in 87 because I went in the Air Force. So let's
Right,
thank
yeah.
God for that. February 19th, 1976, former Tower of Power lead singer. Do you know?
I don't know his name. I
Rick
know the
Stevens.
story. I know the story.
Is arrested. What is going on in 76? Is arrested and charged with the drug-related murders
Oh,
Murders.
of 3 men in San Jose, California. I want to know that story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to Google that one.
Well, when you do, I know a guy that was from that area. And
Yeah?
he goes, one of those might have been a case where he had to defend himself. It was, but he got trouble with 3 people. I don't know if it was 3 at the same time. I think it was 2. And then he went and got another guy after that, I think.
Something tells me this story is going to come up later in the year. I think we're going to get an update during this rundown of 1976.
There were they had some pretty cool hits. He was a good singer.
Yeah.
I think he was a singer of their best known stuff. I think.
Yeah.
What is hip? What is hip?
February 20th, 1976, Kiss have their footprints added to the sidewalk outside Hollywood's Grauman's Chinese Theater.
And that's when they got too popular. That's when they went.
Yeah, they
That's
rolled with it. They
pretty
wanted
fast.
that money, they got it, buddy.
That's pretty fast in their career, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, but
2 years. Didn't they come out in 74 or 73?
Yeah, they were the kings though at that time. They couldn't do anything wrong. Even the shittiest movie, people watched it. I
Oh god, when did the comic book come out?
think
After
that
the
came out
movie.
in the 80s, didn't it?
Yeah, I remember when it came out.
When
So it
was
had
it,
to
the
have been
80s?
the
I thought it
80s.
was the 80s that they did the comic book.
They
Yeah,
supposedly put their blood in it.
some shit like that.
Yeah.
I believed it. I'm like, oh, I gotta get it. They
In
got
the
the blood
ink or
in it.
something, yeah. Which all they have to do is do a little prick and put it in a little bit in a vat of ink, and they technically aren't lying.
Yeah.
My copy's got their blood in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Imagine opening a copy and there's it's just a big bloody handprint in there. Like how great would that have been if you went in and you just kind of did that to your hand and you went to in a comic book store when the guy's not looking, you just smeared your fingerprints in there with blood, like on a random page. Right? That'd be great.
Yeah, that's for you.
Let's see. February 24th, released 1 week before the Eagles, their greatest hits 71 to 75 compilation becomes the first. Let me see. Released 1 week before. 1 week before. The Eagles' greatest hits compilation becomes the first album certified platinum by the RIAA. The new platinum certification represents sales of at least 1 million copies for albums, 2 million copies for singles. Globally, it will become probably the second best-selling album of all time, behind, I assume, Thriller. Right?
Yeah. But I'm just thinking, 76. They had two huge
Thriller
albums.
still has that record.
What's that?
Thriller still has that record, that distinction.
I don't know. It's worth looking up, but
What's
it
a
says the
better
second
record?
best-selling album of all time. But Thriller wasn't out at that point, so are they meaning at that point, or overall, like even by today's standards? I don't know.
I think at that point, because definitely stuff has beat it since then.
Last day of the month, February 28th, 1976, the 18th annual Grammy Awards are presented in Los Angeles, hosted by Andy Williams. Paul
Andy.
Simon. Huh?
Andy.
Paul Simon's Still Crazy After All These Years wins Album of the Year. Captain and Tennille's Love Will Keep Us Together wins Record of the Year. And Judy Collins' version of Send in the Clowns wins Song of the Year. Natalie Cole wins Best New Artist. All right, I'm going to
cool.
stop right here. I came up with an observation that I've never heard anybody come up with this before. So the other day, I'm listening, and I was going to take a screenshot and send it to you guys. On the radio, as I'm driving back from vacation from northern Florida down to South Florida, the song Time Passages. Buy me a ticket on the last train home tonight, right? So I'm listening to the song, and I said, you know what? This motherfucker was brilliant. Al Stewart was brilliant in the way of that. You don't see this coming though. If you listen to Time Passages, and then you listen to Year of the Cat, it's the same fucking format.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same format. It tells a story. It has a break. It goes into another bridge. And
Saxophone
then there's
solo.
the saxophone solo. But this one is like a Time Passages has like a clarinet solo or something. And it's like, I go, this motherfucker. And he pulled it off because they were both his biggest hits.
They're both their biggest hits. Yeah, but they're not all that musically similar, but arrangement-wise and things like that.
Arrangement-wise, but the way, the way they do the horn and the breakdown and the way he tells the story, it's arranged exactly the same as Year of the Cat.
I don't. When he made that record, that was the idea. They said was they wanted to recreate a hit single for him. So I don't think I think that was something he's probably was not the hottest on the idea of it, but it's a good song.
It's a good song.
Yeah,
you know. As long as you buy me a
1979.
ticket on the last train home tonight.
Time sausages.
I'm sausages.
Hey, Lou.
Yo.
Lou, I just realized, you know why Scott's playing music?
What?
You can't sing Michael McDonald because what you just sung before and it didn't come out good over the music. He's trying to shut you down.
I can sing Michael McDonald.
No, you won't though. I haven't put anybody in. Have you noticed that?
It's been a
I
while.
know,
Yeah.
It's been a kinder me. I've
No,
not put
yeah,
anybody in
yeah.
the penalty box in a while.
The softer
It's a
side of
kinder,
Scott.
gentler me. my psychologist made telling me I can't be that aggressive anymore. I have to give people a break.
Let's see, the show's been on for 25 minutes. Give us-
I haven't put anybody in the penalty box. I'm trying to have tolerance. I'm trying to tolerate your
Good.
stupid jokes. Your fucking stupid jokes. And your fucking stupid comments.
Fuck you.
That fucking make me irritated.
Uh-huh.
And I'm trying to fucking do a show here, and you two come up with fucking stupid jokes and stupid comments, and it makes me fucking really irritated.
Go eat shit, will you?
I feel better.
There we
Yeah.
I
go.
feel better.
Perfect.
I should just do that instead of putting you just yell at you.
Yeah.
We love it.
Instead of
I had the
instead of the
psycho-science
penalty box where I
teacher.
have to keep it in.
I had a psycho-science teacher. He yelled at me and spit in my face when he yelled at me. I know
And he
it.
ruined you. And show us on the doll where the bad man touched you, Mark. Twice now. Look at this. Jesus, Mark. This is confession night tonight.
Oh,
I
I
guess,
was mentioning him with Lou and Perry today. We were kind of reminiscing.
I didn't go to that school myself.
Your brother did, yeah.
My brother did.
March 4th, 1976, ABBA arrive at Sydney Airport for a promotional tour of Australia. That's the news of the day. That was it.
How was the
it for
flight? How was
tour.
the flight? How was the food?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What did they fly in on? You know, March
What's the
6th,
Swedish airline?
March 6th, 1976, EMI Records reissues all 22 previously released British Beatles singles, plus a new single of the classic Yesterday. All 23 singles hit the UK charts at the same time. Wow.
So when you say a new version of Yesterday, or it was just
It's
I didn't know.
probably their version of digitized, or
maybe a little reverb or something.
yeah, maybe they polished it up a
They were doing that shit back in the 70s. Re-release
guess.
it ad nauseum, get people to buy it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to get into my life.
March 7th, 1976, a wax likeness of Elton John is put on display at Madame Tussauds Wax Museum.
Oh, I bet it dripped.
Because he's flaming.
Hot
He's
wax.
on fire.
Some hot wax right there.
Hey. March 9th,
Those things are-
1976.
Have you
Listen,
guys
I'm
ever
the
seen
alpha
wax
male
dummies?
here.
Have you gone to a wax museum?
Yeah, they're weird.
They're weird. They're really weird. Some look good. Some are like.
So I went
Okay.
to a wax museum in Salem, Massachusetts one
Ooh,
time with
there
my
you
family,
go.
right?
There you go.
And it was actually a really fucking good one, right? It had all, but it said no pictures, don't take any pictures. So of course, that's a challenge, right?
Yeah.
So I'm walking around and I'm just kind of looking, and there's a fucking great version of Bela Lugosi, right? That's right.
There's Dracula.
And everything was lit right. This was a really well done wax museum, but I kind of take the picture and literally this fucking guy comes out of nowhere, like from through the wall, right? I'm like, what? Where the fuck? Like, it's like,
Wow.
and he's just looking. I just kind of, all right, and I just kind of walk away, looking at him like, where the, did you just fucking appear? Like, evidently they have these like little back. This place has this little back walkways where they see you and they have the camera and they're like, he's getting ready to take a picture. He's getting ready to take a picture. Over there. Get him. He's over by Dracula. Go get him.
They kick you out?
Like a casino.
No, because they can't say, let me see your phone, but the guy let me know he was there and that he can appear at any time and just
Wow.
Then he's gone. Then I
Nowhere.
turn around and he's literally gone. Like,
Batman.
okay, dude.
Ninjas.
You got me on that one. Let's see. March 9th, 1976. The Who's Keith Moon collapses on stage 10 minutes into a performance at the Boston Garden with the infamous Does Anybody Know How to Play the Drums?
Yeah.
Right?
I'd love to hear, track him down.
Right place at the right time.
He might have got in and played with The Who, right? And sat in Keith Moon's seat and used Keith Moon's drumsticks on Keith Moon's
Wacky drum
fucking
kit.
drums, and he's up there with 3 rock legends, but he didn't have Bono's balls on the back of his neck. So.
Right.
So I don't care what you say.
He's an amateur.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Once you got sweaty balls on your neck, you're in. Irish sweaty balls.
Let's see. Dave Phillips.
Is there any film footage of him doing
Yes,
that?
there is.
There is.
I've seen it. You can't hear it, but you see him.
Oh,
And
really?
He looks
There's no
comfortable.
sound?
He looks relatively comfortable. It was on one of those VH1 classic shows.
Yeah, Drew, Lou, if you got up there and you'd play the drums just like you play the drums. You would get up there and just.
I wouldn't bat an eye. I mean, I'd be nervous, of course.
Yeah, I
but
mean,
wouldn't
Mark,
bat an eye.
you and I know it's easy, right, Mark?
Playing the drums? Yeah, it's just 1, 2,
Sure.
3,
Easy.
4. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
Wait, is it?
simple.
No, it's 1,
Anybody
3.
can do it.
Anyone
1,
can do
3,
it,
4, 2. 1,
If you can walk without tripping over your own feet, you too can play the drums.
March 15th, 1976, members of the Plastic People of the Universe are arrested in communist Czechoslovakia. I miss
should have been.
Czechoslovakia. They were sentenced to 8 to 18 months in jail. Whoever the Plastic People of the Universe are.
Is that a band or is that
I don't know, probably.
it's a terrorist organization?
March 20th, 1976, Alice Cooper marries Cheryl Goddard. Nobody cares. March 25th, 1976, Jackson Brown's wife, Phyllis, commits suicide.
Oh, yeah.
Yep,
Now, that's a bummer.
that's a bummer.
I should probably read these things before I come on air. That caught me off guard.
I told you, get your writing team to
I
prepare
was about
this
to
for
say
you
it,
better.
nobody cares. And then says
Oh,
commit suicide.
jeez.
Are your writers down the hall from you? Just shout down the hall. Tell them to
It's
get
like, what the fuck? March 26th. In France, in Paris, France, Wings guitarist Jimmy McCullough breaks one of his fingers when he slips in his hotel bathroom following the final performance of the band's European tour.
Was he a little drunk?
When you broke a
The
finger?
injury ended up delaying the band's United States tour for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
April 3rd, 1976, British pop group Brotherhood of Man win the 21st year of it, and nobody cares. April 14th, 1976, Stevie Wonder announces that he has signed a $13 million+ contract with Motown Records. Big money back then.
Big money, yeah.
Big money today.
He was riding too then.
Yeah. April 23rd, 1976, the Ramones released their debut studio album, Ramones. April 24th, 1976, Saturday Night Live producer Lorne Michaels makes a semi-serious on-air offer. We've talked about this before.
Yep.
To pay the Beatles $3,000 to reunite live on the show. In a 1980 interview, John Lennon stated that him and McCartney happened to be watching the show together at Lennon's apartment and considered walking down to the studio for a gag, but were too tired.
They were
On
stoned.
May
They
22nd,
were high.
Michaels raises his offer from $3,000 to $3,200. That's funny in itself.
Yeah.
Big Head Todd DeWitt Sprocket finally came up with something intelligent. He says the Ramones suck. And I tend to agree with him. April 28th, 1976, the Rolling Stones opened their European tour in Frankfurt, Germany. April 29th, when his tour stops in Memphis, Tennessee, Bruce Springsteen jumps the wall at Elvis's mansion in Graceland in an attempt to see his idol. Security guards stop Springsteen and escort him off the grounds. And one of my best friend's ashes are at
Yeah, he
Elvis's
told me
grave.
that's a great story.
That's a great story, man. I'm sure he's not alone. I'm sure he's not the only one that got away with that, my buddy. Let's see. May 1st, 1976, the Alan Parsons Project released their debut studio album, Tales of Mystery and Imagination.
Ooh, good album.
May 3rd, 1976, Paul McCartney and Wings start their Wings Over America tour in Fort Worth, Texas. This is the first time McCartney has performed in the U.S. since the Beatles' last concert in 66.
Wow.
10 years at Candlestick Park. Yeah. Also on May 3rd, 76, Paul Simon puts together a benefit show at Madison Square Garden to raise money for New York Public Library. May 19th, 1976, Rolling Stone guitarist Keith Richards is involved in a car accident in London. So you think it was cocaine?
I didn't see the tree.
Jack Daniels.
Then there was the rumor spread that by the German press that ABBA was killed in a plane crash on that same day. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Nobody cared.
Nobody cared. Yeah. You don't hear about it, right? It only stayed in Germany, evidently.
It's like the Eurovision song.
Yeah. May 25th, 1976, Bob Dylan's Rolling Thunder Review tour ends.
Yeah.
Let me see. On June 6th, Keith Richards and Anita Pallenberg suffer tragedy when their 10-week-old son, Tara, dies in respiratory failure.
Ooh.
June 10th, 1976, Alice Cooper collapses in his rush to UCLA Hospital in Los Angeles.
For having too much Budweiser.
Yeah, right. Ends up canceling his Goes to Hell tour. June 17th, 1976, the first Macroom Mountain Dew Festival is held. First ever rock festival to take place in Ireland.
And it's Mountain Dew, not
It's sponsored by
Macroom
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew Festival.
not a whiskey. Yeah.
Right. June 18th, ABBA, back from the dead, evidently,
Pet Cemetery.
performed Dancing Queen for the first time on Swedish television in Stockholm. Let me see. June 25th, 1976, Uriah Heep performs its last show with David Byron as lead singer in Bilbao, Spain.
You know who replaced him?
Byron is sacked shortly afterwards.
Ian Gillan.
No. John Wetton, later of Asia.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, he was in the band briefly.
July 2nd, 1976, Brian Wilson performs on stage with the Beach Boys for the first time in 3 years in Oakland, California's Day on the Green concert. July 4th, the Bicentennial. Many outdoor festivals and shows are held all over the United States as the country celebrates its Bicentennial. Elton John, I remember this. This was a big deal. Elton John performs for 62,000 people at Schaefer Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. While the Eagles and Fleetwood Mac play for 36,000 at Tampa Stadium, Leonard Skinner and ZZ Top draw 35,000 at Memphis Memorial Stadium, and Elvis Presley performs for 11,974 at the Maybe Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma. 11,000 for Elvis.
For Elvis, wow.
Was Elvis overrated? I don't know.
This is 76. What month was that?
July. It was July 4th.
So it's a year before he died.
Yeah, so he was probably...
He wasn't in the best shape.
Yeah. Let's see. July 7th, 1976, 50,000 fans braved the rain in New York to attend a free Jefferson Starship concert in Central Park.
How cool is that?
Yeah. July 27th.
That was a good show, I bet.
I'm sure it was. Usually outdoor concerts like that are fun.
Yeah.
Even if you're not near the stage. Like, they used to have concerts on the Common, the Boston Common, and it was just a fun environment,
Yeah.
And you know what? If the weather's bad,
It's
sometimes you have a better time.
Yeah.
I've had great times in the rain at a show.
July 27th, 1976, Tina Turner files for divorce from Ike. August 5th, 1976, Eric Clapton provokes an uproar over comments he makes on stage in Birmingham concert, voicing his opposition to immigration using multiple racial slurs while exhorting the audience to support Enoch Powell and keep Britain white. Yeah.
Oops.
Inspired the Rock Against Racism movement.
Right. August 11th, 1976, Keith Moon is rushed to the hospital for the second time in 5 months.
Oh, Mooney.
After collapsing, after trashing his Miami hotel room. Collapsing after trashing his Miami hotel.
Think about it. He's only in his 30s, and he's already collapsed.
August
yeah.
13th,
Oh, yeah.
August 13th, 1976, the official ABBA logo with the reverse B is adopted.
Wow, that wasn't right out of the chute.
Yeah. August 16th, 1976, Cliff Richard becomes one of the first Western artists ever to perform in the Soviet Union when he gives a concert in Leningrad. August 21st, an estimated 120,000 fans pack Nebworth House to see the Rolling Stones, Todd Rundgren, Leonard Skinner, and 10cc. One of those don't
And
belong.
Leonard Skinner.
One of those don't belong. Who would you say?
Skinner.
Todd Rundgren, Leonard Skinner, the Rolling Stones, and 10cc. 1976.
I could see two pair-ups. I could see Todd Rundgren and
Well, you know it's
10cc.
between Todd Rundgren and 10cc.
Yeah, I say
Who was
10cc.
bigger in 76?
10cc. Well, I mean that was a big album. Yeah, that's kind of they were all big.
Yeah.
I think 10cc was the odd one out though.
You think? Yeah.
Too ethereal.
Okay. All right.
And,
No
and
wrong
to be
answer.
honest, Skinner supposedly blew the Stones off the stage, and I've seen there's video of their opening, and
Skinner?
they're great. They were
Oh, I'm sure.
they were
You know
really
what?
good.
I am not surprised at all. I can
Oh.
see that.
yeah. You can get that on
you-
DVD.
I mean, the Stones are dynamic in that they put on Mick puts on the show and they play, but Leonard Skinner just to seeing all of them up on stage,
Yeah.
and Ronnie
Yeah.
Van Zant just controlling the whole thing.
Yep.
And they had more energy.
Yeah.
honestly.
Well,
You
they
know,
were better
they were kicking
musicians.
Yeah,
Technically, I think better musicians.
and they were bringing
I mean,
a
they're
form
good. I
of
mean,
music
good
that
drummer.
England.
Great drummer actually.
Yeah.
Well, they were bringing Southern rock, which English people were like it was new, so they reacted to it. They loved it, for England.
Yeah.
so.
Let me see. August 25th, 1976, Boston released their eponymous debut studio album, Boston.
I have made peace with that album. I listened to it the other day.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
took me
again,
20
so
years.
you're right. You're absolutely right. It is one of those, and I was thinking that as I was reading this, that it is a couple of times it's come around. I don't know the last time I've listened to the whole album, but you hear enough of the cuts to make the album, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
And yeah, it's one of those songs. I want those albums with the songs. So you have what's the lineup on that? Peace of Mind.
Well, it starts with More Than a Feeling, Peace of Mind, Foreplay, Long Time, Truckin's on side 2, Let Me Take You Home Tonight, Smoke. I said
Yeah.
Smoking.
It's. I mean,
couple
it's
other songs,
loaded.
but yeah.
It's loaded, right?
Yeah.
More Than a Feeling. I heard it, loved it, then did not like it for a long time.
Me too.
And then I just heard it one day, randomly, and I was like we do with a whole bunch of other songs. I said, that's a good fucking song.
It is. I liked it for 2 weeks, and I just got tired of it. Back in the day. But you listen, it's a really well arranged song. It's
Well arranged, good lyrics.
Yeah,
You know?
great vocal performance.
Yeah, yeah.
Summer
Summer
song.
song.
It just reminds
Yeah.
me of summer. Yeah.
August 31st, 1976, a U.S. District Court decision rules that George Harrison had subconsciously copied the Chiffons hit. Yeah, he's so fine. Hold on 1 second.
Do lang, do lang, do lang.
I'm breaking off. I'm hungry. I'm
the
breaking
Kit
off
Kat.
a piece of that Kit Kat bar. Yeah.
Oh,
Break me a
boy.
piece, break me off a piece.
I should get my
break me
Guinness
off a piece
potato
of that
chips
Kit Kat
Go ahead.
bar.
from England.
I'm just going to be reading what's
that'll
going
make me
on.
thirsty. All right, Scott. All right.
So, is it,
Down some
is a
milk
Kit
with that.
Kat bar a candy bar or a cookie?
It's the best combination
is
of
it?
I agree with
both. My
Dave.
favorite.
It took Dave 20 years to appreciate Boston more, and I kind of did the same thing.
He was just jealous that Boston was better than Jay Giles.
Ooh,
Oh,
there you go.
them
That's a
fight
fact.
words.
Are Boston
That's
in
a
the
fact.
are Boston in the Hall of Fame?
Boston isn't in the Hall of Fame, no.
They're not,
Nope.
and neither is Jay Giles.
Nope. Who'll get in first?
Who'll get in first? Yeah. Have any?
Boston.
I'm sure Jay Giles have been nominated, haven't they?
Nope.
I'm sure they all have.
Well, they might have been on the list.
Yeah, on the
They
list.
should be in. I know you've
Consideration.
talked this ad nauseum. They should be in. They were big to me. They were big to me.
Dave Phillips, King of the 45. No fucking way in capital letters. Hey, go back and watch Peaky Blinders, asshole.
You hear what he's
I'm
saying there?
almost done.
A big glass of milk Scott's drinking.
Iced coffee to get me through your
Iced
hell.
Yeah. I know I'm a
Nah.
downer.
All right, let's see. September 1st, 1976, Ode Records. Ode. O-D-E.
I think it's Ode.
President
Ode to
Lou
Joy.
Adler is kidnapped at his Malibu home and released 8 hours later after $25,000 ransom is paid.
No
Two
shit.
suspects are soon arrested.
Wow.
Now, his son, isn't he the drummer?
He's a giant. I don't think so. It's Lenny Waronker's son, Joey, is the drummer. Lenny Waronker from Warner Brothers.
No, Lou Adler, his son, I don't think it's the drummer for Guns N' Roses. Is he related to him?
Steven Adler?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I might be wrong. I don't think so.
All right. September 3rd, 1976, Rory Gallagher,
Yeah.
right, joins a
Love
short
him.
list of Western popular musicians to perform behind the Iron Curtain with the show in Warsaw.
Commies. Them and the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. They're spies. Nitty Gritty Dirt Band were spies.
Kevin Corkum, welcome to the show. Kevin Corkum's a quiet watcher.
Ah,
Yep.
got some
He said
facts.
Jay Giles was nominated the year before Jay passed.
Oh.
Uh,
They should be in.
well, I only do that to bother Dave.
Stick it in your ear.
My introduction,
Sticking in my ear.
my introduction to high
What
powered
are we-
funk was David.
What are we, fucking 12? Stick it in your ear.
Sit on it and rotate.
He's right. Did you ever see Jay Giles live? When I was young, I heard some live stuff from them. I'm like, holy
No, my
shit.
brother Mark, God rest his soul, he loved them. He fucking loved them. Yeah.
A lot of people love them.
Yeah.
They've been
Yeah.
called one of the best party bands too.
Yep. Yep.
They're like a house rock.
Oh, I listened to them. Don't get me wrong.
Right,
I
right.
listened to them, and I've been at many parties where they, you know, they put on Whamma Jammer or they just whatever they stop playing, and it's good party music, no doubt.
Yep.
The
Ain't
jam
nothing
and
but
must
a
have
house
got
party.
the jam and
There
must
you
have
go.
got lost. It's one of the best jams ever. At
Yeah.
the end, just sublime. Love it.
Yep. Let's see. September 8th, 1976. In a candid interview appearing in the October 7th edition of Rolling Stone, when it used to be good, published today, Elton John publicly discloses his bisexuality for the first time. Nah. That was a gateway. There was no
greasing the
bi.
skids there. It's
That
greasing
was
the
a
skids there.
gateway into just
Yeah.
because back then it wasn't that easy to just say you were gay. You know, unfortunately.
Right.
But Elton John to say I'm bisexual, absolute gateway.
I like girls too. I like girls too.
Yeah. No. And then he tried to get married, right?
Wasn't that someone stole my someone saved my life tonight? Sugar Bear? Was that song's about him being on the verge of getting married?
Well,
He's
he
like,
was. Yeah, he was not happy. Yeah.
No.
Let's see. You got that one. September 14th, 1976, the 1 hour Bob Dylan concert special, Hard Rain, airs on NBC, coinciding with the release of the live album of the same name.
I remember that, and this is what turned me on to Dylan. He had the face paint on, and I went, "This guy's cool." There's something about the way he had the cowboy hat and the face paint, and I didn't really understand what I was hearing. I was like 7 years old, but I loved it. So,
September 18th, 1976. Whatever happened to this show? The second annual Rock Music Awards.
oh yeah,
Right, airs on CBS. Peter Frampton wins Rock Personality of the Year, while Fleetwood Mac wins Best Group and Best Album.
Why is it rock personality?
See, this is why when these new,
What does that mean?
what it was just
Why
another
personality?
award that they wanted to separate themselves from the other award shows,
Yeah.
and then they create some stupid award, and then just give it to somebody.
it only ran from 75 to 78. Didn't last too long.
Let's see, September 20th and 21st, 1976, 100 Club Punk Festival, the first international punk festival, is held in London. Susie and the Banshees play their first concert. I never was into it. I like a couple of their songs, and that's it.
Yeah.
I like the 80s
Susie
stuff.
Sue, she's
Yeah.
a legend. She's an icon in the punk world. She was there at the beginning with all of them, just
Yep.
like Chrissy Hynde. There's not a picture in a punk club in London that she wasn't in. Or there wasn't a band that she wasn't around. She is a legend in that world, but I just never. I like City and Dust is a great fucking song, but then everything is a distant second after that.
I like the later
not
stuff.
In the rock and, she's not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, is she?
No.
I don't think she'll break it in.
Well, where's that category for the people who are truly influential? People,
Yeah,
who
there isn't one.
People that had they had their boots on the ground, really, all that stuff, and always had to in order to keep playing music.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why, I mean, they dug it out, all of them. Like Chrissy Hine, the same thing. She fucking jumped ship and went to England. She lived there.
Stray Cats too.
To do this. I mean, that's a bigger sacrifice than growing up there, you know? And she masterfully worked herself into that whole scene. I mean, you got to think that she literally went there and maybe knew one or two people.
And you can't get more of a different culture. You go from the Midwest to England.
Yeah.
But then she's hanging out with fucking, she's dating fucking Mick Jones, I think, from The Clash, and like hanging out with all these other bands. That
she was cool. Well, she was cool enough to get into the scene, and
she was cool.
When it came to music, she obviously had she had what it takes. But
attractive, nice voice,
great
edgy
songs. Yeah, she rocked. Yeah, she was edgy. That was the whole. And,
edgy, and she could wear the clothes well. Yeah. She has that statuesque kind of body where she could just wear the clothes well, and everything worked for her. And she had the talent to back it up, which is the thing, really. Whereas in today's world,
you can make something out of nothing.
Yeah, and they do. They certainly do.
Sure they do.
I mean, in today's world, you could sit in the kitchen with a
manipulated.
polo shirt and a full beard and be a successful podcaster.
This is true.
It's amazing.
I look like Michael Stipe now.
You do.
No,
what's the frequency?
No. I'm not that kind of guy, but Lou, you're much handsomer than Michael Stipe is today.
Thank you, Scott.
Michael Stipe is not. Well, I'm just saying, Michael Stipe is not a good-looking guy right now.
I wasn't flattering myself either.
Yeah, he's kind of gaunt. Like,
I got about 100. I got about 100
not
pounds.
age well. That rock life.
He looks older than he is.
He's not that old.
No, he's like a year older than me. He's like 60.
He doesn't. He aged. Well, you see them all like Bono. Bono's not aging well.
It's the drink, I tell you.
Could
Bono's
be.
got does he have? It's not glaucoma he has. Yeah, that's why he wears those glasses. He's got something.
But he's got like even his face though is starting to age. Like, and his eyes are getting squintier. And as people get older, some of their features become more accentuated.
I think he's a smoker.
Our ears get bigger.
Yeah,
all of our ears get bigger.
It's a crime. It's a shame. It's a damn shame.
September 25th. Speaking of Bono. Bono, The Edge, Adam Clayton, and Larry Mullen Jr. form a band called Feedback in London. The band would later be renamed U2. And on a fateful night in 1984, Bono would have his balls on the back of a future podcaster's neck.
With pants on.
With pants on. Thank you very much.
Bono, if you ever stumble across the show, please call Scott.
That would be funny.
He's easy to reach. Trust me.
October. Yeah, one of my 17 podcasts that I have out there right now. You can find me anywhere.
Scott, I want my balls
There's more
back.
to come, by the way, gentlemen. There's more podcasts to come.
Wow.
Doing
How many
more.
can one man do?
Wow.
I love it. I fucking love doing this, man. And you know what? It is therapeutic.
Yes.
It's therapeutic doing this. It's therapeutic, talking through it, but also, again, talking music is, like, to me, that's one of the best therapies if you're a music person.
Yeah.
Because you don't really, so if you think about it in everyday life, you don't really come across a lot of people that you can really talk music to. If you're one of those people that knows a lot about music just because you're a fan of it and you love it and you just live it pretty much, you don't come across a lot of people that can go, oh yeah, I saw that concert, or I can talk about Blue Oyster Cult with you, or I can come. You just don't really come across that many people.
Yeah. Right.
That are there's levels of music fans, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Although I got to tell you, Tom Spallone and Perry both said we can't talk about Blue Oyster Cult anymore, so we're not allowed to.
Well, you can talk about Blue Oyster Cult all you want on this show, my friend.
Tom said there's a broken nose coming if we mention him again. So I am scared of Tom.
He's got to go through me then.
Okay. I'll tell him that.
You tell him. You can tell him. You can tell him that's no joke right there.
The problem is with that, what drives the two of them crazy is Lou made me a big convert to BOC. I never have been into him as much as I am
It's
now.
all Lou's fault.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm listening to him constantly now. Constantly. So.
It's fun. It's fun.
Let me see. Dave Phillips, King of the 45, says, I like the music in Peaky Blinders. Yeah, that's yeah. That's see, this happens to me sometimes. I draw these blanks. Nick Cave. That's Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds.
Oh.
Red Right Hand. That's the theme song. Then he says, Chrissy Hynde is great. Ray Davies was with her. They had 2 children. And she was also with the lead singer from
Simple Minds.
There you go.
I heard when she was married.
Jim Kerr.
Jim Kerr. I heard when she was married to Ray Davies that they would have blowouts on Fifth Avenue because they were living in the city and for everyone to see. They were fighting all the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
He was her idol.
Yeah. Never meet your idols.
October 2nd, 1976, Joe Cocker performs a duet of Feeling All Right with himself, as portrayed by John Belushi on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
August 8th, 1976, English punk rock group Sex Pistols sign a contract with the MI Records, and we know how that's going to end up. October 11th, 1976, Irish singer Joe Dolan is banned for life by Aer Lingus after air rage incident en route to Corfu from Dublin. Jesus, for life. That must have been a good one. October 20th, 1976, the Led Zeppelin concert film, The Song Remains the Same, premieres at Cinema One in New York.
I love that movie.
October 22nd, The Damned, the first punk rock band to come to the United States. Fuckers, they never get any credit. Releases their debut single, New Rose, considered to be the first release from a British punk group. But they will not get any credit. They will not get any credit.
Why is that?
I don't know. I just don't know.
What label were they on? That's
Were they hitless?
So maybe they just didn't have any hits. But I mean, if you look at influence and you look at longevity and you look at what they meant to the music scene, to punk. I mean, let me see. What does Dave Phillips say? Bono could be a descendant from the Peaky Blinders days. No, you haven't watched enough. He's definitely not a descendant of them. Fucking gypsies. I didn't mean that derogatorily. Is that a word? Derogatorily? Did I just make up a word? Derogatorily?
Beta male here.
Right. Okay. October 31st, Halloween, 1976, George Clinton and Parliament and Funkadelic begin the P-Funk Rubber Band Earth Tour in Houston. A national live series highlighting one of the biggest and revolutionary stage shows in the history of music industry.
I've heard that.
Kiss would be the other group to do a similar act, right?
I've heard nobody had a stage show like that.
Yeah, George Clinton. Yeah. Relying on elaborate costumes, special lighting and effects, and extremely large props, including the mothership that comes down, which would arrive and land on stage, all of what this band is generally known for. The live set would vary in length, on average of 3 to 5 hours.
Wow.
At a very high volume.
Good jamming.
Yeah. Great musicians.
ZZ Top came close with their stage show. Was it for Fandango?
Yeah, well, they had the fucking live animals on
They
the
had
stage.
Live on.
Really? Wasn't good.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
They had livestock on stage.
Yeah,
they had
they
like
did.
had a whole ranch thing happening.
Yeah.
Didn't like they kind of like get nervous with the loud music? I mean,
No, something happened with one of the bulls, though. I think something. I don't know.
they had a bull on stage.
Yeah, it was.
Holy
Yeah, it was.
It was
like a
farm animal.
fucking barnyard.
Yeah.
A lot of poop.
November 18th, former Tower Power lead singer Rick Stevens. I knew we were coming around on this. And another person found guilty on 2 counts of murder. Yeah.
2 counts.
On November 23rd, 1976,
Right.
Thin Lizzy are forced to cancel the U.S. tour when guitarist Brian Robertson injures his right hand in a bar fight. Fucking Irish. Jerry Lee Lewis on that same day, November 23rd, is arrested after showing up drunk outside Graceland, waving a pistol, demanding to see Elvis.
Bruce should have done that.
November 25th, 1976, the band gives its last public performance. We all know that one.
Yep.
November 26, 1976, the Sex Pistols' debut single "Anarchy" in the UK is released on EMI. Soon after, December 1st, Sex Pistols will appear on the Thames television show Today as a last-minute replacement for Queen. We know how that worked out. December 2nd, the Bee Gees. I think we did 1976 once before. Some of this
Sounds very familiar.
Yeah. Anyway, who cares?
Hey, Lou, do you want me
after
to tell?
153 shows, you're bound to repeat one or two, right?
5.
5.
I'm just telling you.
153 shows, man.
My idea of the worst albums bands released. See, you got to do it one week.
We're gonna do that next week.
Yeah.
How's that?
All right.
We'll come up with something. Yeah.
It's just fun to just dump on your favorite band. You know?
Sure. Let's see. December 2nd, 1976, the Bee Gees perform at Madison Square Garden and donate the proceeds to Police Athletic League. December 3rd, 1976, a Pink Floyd album cover shoot in London goes awry when a large inflatable pig balloon, we did do this year before, shoots, breaks free, and is at its mooring and drifts out of sight.
Oops.
Attempted assassination of Bob Marley happened on that same day, December 3rd.
Oh, he was lucky to escape that.
Yeah, in a shooting at his home.
Yeah.
December 8th, 1976, the Carpenters air their very first television special. I wonder if it was a Christmas special. Eagles release Hotel California. Globally would become the third best-selling album of all time.
I never heard that album.
Behind the same band's February released Greatest Hits. That was a big year for them.
Yeah.
They start the year off with their Greatest Hits, and then they end the year with Hotel California.
And they get Joe Walsh in the band, yeah.
December 12th, 1976, Ace Frehley is shocked on stage during a Kiss concert in Lakeland, Florida. Let's see. The song, the incident inspires the song Shock Me. And New Year's Eve, 1976, the end of the year. The 5th annual New Year's Rockin' Eve special airs on ABC with performances by Donna Summer, Bachman Turner Overdrive, The Four Seasons, and Casey and the Sunshine Band. Not a bad show right there.
Yeah.
76, Casey and the Sunshine Band were hot.
Yeah.
The Four Seasons were still young enough. BTO they were that rock band, right?
Yeah.
Had some hits out on the radio. I'm sure they played Taking Care of Business and, you know.
Yeah.
And Donna Summer's Donna Summer. Yeah. Hey, you know what we didn't do? We didn't play 45 Polka.
I just thought of that.
True.
See, we missed a week, so we're going to do it real quick. I will not miss a week of this.
Out of sequence.
So here we go. I got mine right behind me. So this way you know I'm not cheating. So I'm going to reach in. Again, as usual, we'll start with Lou.
Eating and cheating, baby.
There we go. 45 Polka, where you get the best 3 45 records combination. Wins the game. Warner Reprise.
Sinatra.
Lou, you get Seals and Croft. Darling, if you want me to be
Closer to you.
Closer to you. It's actually called Get Closer.
Get Closer, yes.
Yeah.
That was almost like their disco hit. It was slightly disco-y.
Yeah.
But it was a hit.
From Warner Reprise. Oh, boy. Oh,
baby.
I don't think I'm winning this one. I better come up with 2 big ones. Maureen McGovern. Different Worlds or Carolina Moon?
I'm just writing shit.
Maureen McGovern.
Didn't she do There's got to be the
No, after, yeah. And evidently that's all she did.
Oh,
Yeah.
she died on the Titanic. Yeah.
Yeah, she was the chick on the Titanic.
No,
Yeah.
she wasn't.
All right, here you go,
Susan
Mark.
Blakely.
RCA Records, nice. Look at that, nice.
Oh, I love it.
See, Gay Pride was alive and
Yeah, it
kicking in
was.
'76.
Yeah,
Look at that
there you go.
rainbow.
Rainbow City, man.
Look
at that.
Hey, listen, I might offend some people. I've been known to do that in the past, but I still think the rainbow flag is the best flag for them. For the
You know what?
LGBTQ
You
community.
offend me with every word coming out of your mouth, but I still love you.
I just like the rainbow flag better. That's just my opinion as a heterosexual man. The rainbow flag was the rainbow flag. That's what our generation came up with.
As a fan of Richie Blackmore's Rainbow, I love rainbows.
Oh, wait a minute.
All right, here you go.
Okay.
Mark, you have John Denver. RCA record. John Denver. It's Up to You or Back Home Again. Oof.
Ooh,
When Lou was
I
winning
can
with
tell you
Get
that one.
Closer from Seals and Croft, this is a rough fucking round.
Back Home Again was a hit. Ain't it good to be back home again?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Ain't it
All
good?
right.
Like a long lost friend.
Here we go, Lou. Here you go. Here's your second pick from Sussex Records.
Suck it records.
British.
British, yep.
Sounds British.
Oh, Lou got a big one. I don't even have to look. Bill Withers, Lean on Me. Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
That might have just won it right
Lou
there.
just won it. Just stop
Yeah,
it.
this is something.
We've said this
I better
before.
pull a big one right here.
That's what she said.
All right, there we go. I can see it coming through the camera. I can see it coming this way. It's from
It's nice looking.
Areola Records. I really lost. I really lost this week. Let's see. Billy Ocean.
Oh yeah, man.
No, Love Really Hurts Without You, or it couldn't have been Caribbean Queen, could it? You're Running Out of Fools.
Tugging really hurt without you.
Ran out of records. So far, Lou, this is Mark. This is the only thing that's going to keep you in this game. Is this pick right here? Let's see.
Exciting.
Yeah. What do we got here? What do we got?
Looks old.
From The Sound of Philadelphia. No, this is. I'm better off with fucking Maureen McGovern. The Jones Girls.
The Jones.
Do I even have to say the name of the songs?
I'll just write absolute shit.
The Jones Girls.
What are they?
All right, Mark. I mean, this is a big.
Was that the name of the song? Or no?
No, the name of the song was "You Gonna Make Me Love Somebody Else," or "Who Can I Run To?"
Okay.
You gonna spelled YOUGONNA.
I
You
love
gonna make me run.
You gonna.
Else. You're gonna. So Mark, you pull out.
Okay,
pull in
Lou.
Lou's home run. This is
for Lou.
This is Lou's week with not a great hand, but
Yeah, that's all right.
Columbia Records.
Ooh,
Columbia. Just pack it up. Chicago. One side is Make Me Smile. The other side is Color My World.
I'd go and Make Me Smile. There you
Yeah.
go. That's sealed the deal right there.
Yep.
Yeah, but let's do what
You got to finish it out because you got to get them out of the deck. You got to get the cards out of the deck.
All right. This is for you, Scott. Ooh.
Got a good one.
Epic Records. Michael Jackson, Billie Jean.
Wow.
Oh shit! But I think that's the biggest hit. But I think Lou had the best hand.
But you know what's cool, Scott? The
What?
B-side is a non-album song. Can't Get Out of the Rain. I got to play this.
Oh,
Unless it's from another album.
Hmm.
That's kind of cool.
I don't know.
All right. And me? Kenny Rogers. Islands in the Stream, backed with I Will Always Love You.
Okay.
I feel like having a roaster.
Here's the deal. Both you guys, two shit hands, but two hit songs.
Yeah.
I had the biggest hit song,
It's the biggest hit.
but that's like having
But he had Maureen
an
McGovern.
ace with then a 4 and a 7
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
in my hand. All right, it's time for You Make the Call.
Nice.
All right, Mark, we'll start with you. Now, this is cheesy, shitty 70s songs. Okay? I'd say more cheesy 70s songs.
My childhood.
There you go. Okay, Mark, you make the call.
Yeah.
Olivia Newton-John, Have You Never Been Mellow? Right?
Yeah.
Oh, Mark Talent just pumped in. Fuck Michael Jackson. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Easy there,
He
killer.
did? He did? How was it?
Yeah, hey. Dave Phillips would make me smile. Yep. Olivia Newton-John, Have You Never Been Mellow? Or Mary McGregor, Torn Between Two Lovers, Feeling Like a Fool.
I'll go with Olivia Newton-John because I really do kind of like that song. It's memories.
Some
I
of these
remember
are guilty pleasure songs.
I
too.
had a Coca-Cola can AM radio, and I used to play it, and I used to listen.
Don't you
to
wish
it,
you still had that thing? Though?
Oh,
like
man.
if we had foresight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love that. It gave me comfort. It was a good song.
Yeah. Lou?
Yeah, I'll take Olivia Newton-John. I can't stand that other song.
That's right. I told
It's
you,
just it's too cheesy. It's used in a TV commercial now. For it's like a Swiffer, one of those things.
Yeah.
You're torn between two household cleaners, you know.
Yeah.
So-
Look at Mark Talent, dude, bro. Season in the Sun, and then he writes the lyrics, "Goodbye to you, my trusted friend."
Isn't that Patty
Break
Spike
out the
song?
razor blades. Stay away from razor blades with that song.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh Lord, I'll have to go with Olivia Newton-John too. I just because it's Olivia Newton-John.
It's a nice song.
Yeah. Okay, Mark.
Yeah.
Debbie Boone.
Oh God.
You
don't say.
light up my life. You bring me joy. Right? Or precious and few are the way that I go
Climax.
to you by Climax.
Oh, I'm going with Climax.
Precious
I like
and
that
Few?
song. Yeah.
Precious and few. Okay, Lou.
Oh yeah.
Lou just climaxed.
As if I
As
vomited.
soon as I said precious and we went Climax,
His back got all erect. You see that?
he named
Climax.
that tune in one and
You
a
know what?
half words.
I always thought that was the Partridge Family.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought that was the
could
Partridge
see,
Family
yeah.
when I was a kid.
I'd have to go with Precious and Few myself.
What's
Look
with
at Kevin
what's with,
Corkum.
what's with your friends today, man?
Kevin Corkum, fuck Olivia Newton-John. What?
Ooh,
Come
someone's in the
on,
mood.
man.
Someone.
Come on, this is Olivia Newton-John. Come on, man. Damn, Kevin Corkum. And Kevin Corkum is as nice as they come, so she must have really did something to him. She scorned him.
He
Because
tried to
he's,
meet
like
her.
I said, he's usually a nice guy. Like, he's always nice comments and happy. Fuck Olivia Newton-John. Like, he got
Really?
triggered. He got triggered.
Is there a little whiskey going on tonight, maybe?
No.
That's what whiskey does to people.
I'd have to go with Climax also. So far, we're 2 for 2 in the same. All right, number 3.
No, how many times did Debbie Boone sing that song like on that year on every
Oh,
fucking,
my
every
God.
friggin' variety show, every
listen,
award show?
She made her money.
Yeah.
Well, she
You know-
didn't need to because she had her father's money anyways.
Yeah.
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 But, it's like when you're a little kid, you hear these sappy songs and you like them because you have the innocence of youth. I never liked that song. It just,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think Mark's going back to Greece here, isn't he? Sandy messed him up.
Sandy.
That's Greece, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sandy messed.
Oh,
yeah, I don't. Yeah,
boy.
Yeah.
Greece
he was just
lightning.
like
Kevin
Sure.
Corkum says, I wish she scorned him.
Ah, okay.
Let's see. Okay, Mark, you make the
Yeah.
call. Gallery. Oh, it's so nice to be with you. I love all the things you
Oh,
say
wow.
and do.
Yeah.
Or me and you and a dog named Boo by Lobo.
I can't. It's just disturbing that me and a girl and a dog. So I'm going to go with the first one.
Oh, it's so nice to be with you.
Yeah.
I tell you, these are 70s cheese.
They
at its
both
best,
suck.
yeah.
But
70s
I'll go with the
cheese.
first one.
Lou?
I would let that dog Boo drink water out of my mouth.
Oh.
But I like the gallery song better.
Mark Talent Bro Dude says, are you guys on mushrooms?
I
Yeah.
am.
Let's do the mushroom dance, right?
Lou just said, I am.
I wish. I wouldn't be microdosing those things either. I'd eat the
So
whole
Lou,
fucking thing
Lou, you would let the dog named Boo drink water out of your mouth?
while laying down on my kitchen floor.
Wait, let's do a sound effect. Can I get my fingers in the water?
Oh my God. Okay. I'd have to go with
Oh, geez, that's pretty much what it
What
sounds like.
dude.
Not so
That's the
bad.
sound of Lou having water drank out of his mouth.
That's another sound. That's a completely different sound right there.
Really?
That is not someone drinking water sound.
Filthy
I didn't make
pig.
it.
I think the filthy
I didn't make
pig
that sound.
called you a filthy pig.
Ooh-wee, motherfucker.
Okay, I'd have to go with. I fucking hate both of these songs, but I'd have to go with. Just because Lou and the dog drinking out his mouth, I got to go with. Oh, it's so nice to be with you.
Well, that goes for Shannon. That
Oh,
song
man.
too. I would let Shannon drink out of my mouth.
Yeah,
Well, you know,
Ocean water.
When Alan Rickman drives the show off the rails, it's bad. That's
Alan Rickman.
Let's see something here. The next one.
Dave Phillips. Both songs suck.
yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
So here we go. And well, they all said, Dave, this is what it's supposed to
gallery
be.
wasn't
This
so
is
bad. I got the notion.
okay. Mark, you make the call. You make the call.
Mm-hmm.
Helen Reddy, you and me against the world. My mom used to say that to me. It's about me and you.
The
Oh,
original voice.
I know what word you're picking.
I was her baby. I was her baby boy.
Aw.
Or this song. This song.
Ah,
Is that Barry Manilow? Ah,
Gilbert O'Sullivan.
Yeah. You and me against the world or Claire Gilbert O'Sullivan.
Gilbert O'Sullivan for me.
All right.
I
Luke.
like that song.
I go with Claire. I think it's one of his better songs, actually. and that Helen Reddy song. Ugh, I'm sorry. I know if that was your mom's
I got
song,
it. That's me and my
I
mom.
respect
gotta-
that.
Oh,
I
Lou,
gotta go
Lou,
with that one.
you're out, man.
That
Oh,
brings.
oh.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Don't worry. You know.
Don't
Me and
worry
my
about
dad's
me, boys.
me and my dad's favorite song is yeah.
No.
Yes,
Lou and his
yes.
father's favorite song is "Chicka Wow Wow Waka Wow Wow Wow."
Brown chicken, brown
Waka,
cow,
waka,
brown
waka,
chicken, brown
waka,
cow.
waka. Wow Waka Wow Wow Wow.
We like-
Oh, there.
we like
Stop that.
me and
Hey,
dad were
Lou,
we were
did
the
you hear that in the
soundtrack.
theater when you were with your dad?
I don't remember.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't remember.
So no, I'm not gonna go there.
Did your dad wipe down your,
All right, next.
We're on the-
your
Okay,
hair, the back of your
here
head?
you go, Mark.
Yeah.
You make the call.
Jesus.
Tie a yellow ribbon. Tie a yellow
not gonna get worse.
ribbon. Let's see. Are you guys on dope? Who says that? Right?
Just Chardonnay.
Yeah.
White punks on dope.
And Colin's not here, but it's only my second one.
Exactly. Tie a
Not my
yellow ribbon around the old oak tree,
Do, do, do,
Or-
do, 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 do.
or don't give up on us, baby.
David Saul.
We've seen the days
Hutch.
before. I make those words up, by the way. I just know how to.
You're
Those
you're
really
completely
aren't
off
the
the mark on that one.
Yeah. I'm making
We're
up the
still
words.
worth one.
Tony
worth
Orlando Don,
one.
tie a yellow ribbon, or David Soul, don't give up on me, baby.
I'll go with Tony Orlando only because the message behind the song is actually a pretty good message. Like, why were people tying the yellow ribbons?
Why was he in jail?
Good point.
What did he do?
Mark got it confused with today's yellow ribbon thing, where it's people, veterans coming back from the war.
No. I'm
Mark.
going to look it up. Go look it up.
It was jail, wasn't it? I don't know. No, I think it's still the military.
Maybe
thing.
he killed her sister or something.
Lou, what do you got?
Tony. What was the other song besides Tony Orlando?
Don't give up on
I'll
us,
take,
baby.
I'll take Hutch any day over that song.
Yeah. I'm with you. I got to go with "Don't Give Up on Us, Baby." Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, you know what it was? It was based on a story that he read about a soldier headed home from the Civil War who wrote his beloved that if he was still welcome, she would tie a handkerchief around a certain tree. I just thought it was a cool background.
If
story.
there's
It
no
wasn't about-
handkerchief there,
okay.
just keep walking, motherfucker.
Yeah, because there's some other man in there.
Yep.
No, that's kind of weird because that's a pop song, but I don't ever remember any mention about that being related to the Civil War. It sounded like the guy was in Stir.
Well, I think
he was
they
in the old
used
Stony
it. That's
Lonesome.
what the yellow ribbon.
And
thing
there was a
with this-
banjo
Okay.
in the song.
Oh.
Yeah,
Banjo
you got to
was
listen to
there.
the story.
Yeah.
So okay, Mark, you make the call. Sean Cassidy.
Wait, hold a second. Now the whole damn bus is cheering, and I can't. There was no buses back in the Civil War.
It wasn't about the Civil War.
All right, Mr. Professor,
The
you're
yellow
thinking too
ribbon
much.
around the yellow ribbon around the
It
tree
symbolizes.
is the that's the meaning.
Is it a universal symbol for it?
I don't know. Can we fucking move
If
on?
If you want to come in and have wild sex, I tie a yellow ribbon. That's
Okay.
it.
All right. Anyway,
like sock
don't
on
look
the
at me
door.
when you say that, Mark.
I'm looking at the comments on the side.
Okay,
Mr.
Sean
Hand
Cassidy, the do run run,
Okay.
right? The do run, the do run.
Oh my God.
Or this classic. Let's kind of.
Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow.
What the hell is this?
Listen,
Don't go too long, you'll get blocked.
it's gonna get blocked anyways. Let Her In by John Travolta.
You know what?
Gonna let her in.
I don't know the song, but hearing it, I actually like it. So I'm going with John Travolta. That's a good song.
Lou?
Yeah, I'll go with John Travolta.
I or anything over the Do Ron Ron, because that is just a mindless.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Okay. This one has to do with. This is still cheesy 70s songs. Mark, Captain and Tennille, Muskrat Love, or Jim Stafford, Spiders and Snakes.
I don't even know that.
I don't like spiders and snakes.
Down.
That's what it takes to love me. Yeah.
I'm going to go with Muskrat Love because I know the song. I just hate the lyrics of Muskrat Love.
Look at Mark Talon says, I'm going to blow my brains out. Okay. All right.
I agree.
Kevin Corker, he messaged in David Soul, song from Cheers. No. Did he sing he didn't sing the Cheers theme. No.
He was Hutch on Starsky and Hutch.
Yeah. Dave Phillips, Tony Orlando's last show I saw on YouTube looked like he swallowed Dawn. And then he goes and picks Jim Stafford, Spiders and Snakes. Mark Talent, bro, dude, great tune when you're whipped out of your mind. Lively audience tonight.
Gary Portnoy sang the song, the theme to Cheers, by the way.
Lou, did we get a pick from you? Muskrat Love, Spiders and Snakes?
This is weird. I heard America's Muskrat Love yesterday on the radio. You've done this a million times, Scott. These weird songs that you pick out, I hear them the day before.
Because I like that.
So I heard America's version, and it was really good. Have you ever heard the original?
No, who did it?
Willis Allen Ramsey. This guy did one album.
I've heard of him,
and that's on it. America covered it from that. He's like a cult figure. He's done other stuff, but that was his. I think he resurfaced, but that's from some obscure album by some dude. But the American version was nice. I when I was a kid, I hated it. I said, "This is like
yeah."
But I like this. So I'm going to go with Muskrat Love. I can't believe I'm saying that.
I got to go with that too.
Really?
I can't.
Really?
Yeah, Jim Stafford. I never.
That's a novelty tune.
It was novelty. That's all he was novelty.
Yeah,
like Bobby Goldsboro.
My Girl Bill. That was his other song.
Yeah.
That
was one of the choices. I actually did. That song's so bad I didn't even put it on this list. All right, Mark, here you go. Sometimes when we touch and the honesty's too much.
Sang that.
Right? By Dan Hill, or We'll Never Have to Say Goodbye by England Dan and John Ford Coley.
Both pukey, but I'm going to go with England. I'm going to go with the second. Because sometimes when we touch is disturbing. It reminds me of Psycho science teachers. But yeah.
There we go. This
turned into therapy for Mark.
Sometimes when we touch. So, Scott, do you have the doll?
No, I don't. I think.
You know what's funny?
Mark.
Dan Hill became a Christian singer.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So he sang a song called "Sometimes When We Touch."
Do you know what's really bad about?
We'll Never Have to Say Goodbye. Just England Dan and John Ford Coley. They are so AM gold type music. You know
what I mean? That's a good song.
Yeah.
And when Dan Hill hits that high note at the end of that song, it's just it's crazy. There he is.
Perry Denovich, the AI, Real American Cheese. That's right, buddy. And that's what this is.
Real American heroes and cheese.
Yes. Okay, Mark, you make the call. I just want to stop and tell you what I think about you, baby. With Gino Vanelli, right? Gino Vanelli.
Yeah.
Or All by myself. Don't want to be all by myself anymore.
So
I just want to stop, or All by Myself.
I actually like both of those songs, but All by Myself is kind of like my theme song, and it goes into a classical piece in the middle. right? So it's a
Yeah.
sad sap song that goes into classical. I can't resist that, so I'm going with All by Myself.
Lou?
I'll take Dino Danelli or whatever his name is.
Dino Danelli. Here we
Because I
go.
kind of like that one. It's kind of that's kind of Italo rock. It's kind of like loungy.
Yeah. We
Almost
thought,
like that Benny Mardones song.
oh, Jesus. We
Listen.
thought we were going to get away with this, but we got my brother, Colin McLean. Hey, guys. So glad to have you back. Buttermilk and barflies. Buttermilk and barflies. Mark Talent, bro, dude. Eric Carmen is God. What?
Great singer. He really is. Was.
Oh, Scotty, pay the fines and stop singing. Mark Talent, bro, dude. Great choice, bro. Patty Ozzie, all by myself. LOL, LOL. Yeah. And these are her 45s, by the way.
Listen.
I think we all know that by now. They
This-
smell
this-
like patchouli. Whole box. I open that box. It's like it's better than Febreze. the whole studio smells like. Hey, Mark Talent, shut the fuck up, bro.
Very aggressive tonight.
Yeah, right. Dave Phillips. I never owned any 45s being mentioned in this segment. That's why you're the motherfucking king.
Oh,
That's why you're the motherfucking. Look at it. Eric Carmen was God.
He's with God, yeah. I gotta
Right?
tell you, Dave Phillips' Facebook page is great. Fucking great. The stuff he plays on it. It's
Yeah,
great.
exactly.
He does have, yeah.
Let me see. Colin, did you review Hotel California? We haven't even got the albums yet. It's an hour and a half in.
Yeah, movies are out
We
tonight.
might be picking the movies or this. We might be picking this up next week, and then Mark, we can throw a segment of the what you want to do, the albums.
Shitty ass albums.
Shitty ass albums, yeah. Sorry guys, the gummies are kicking in. Mark
Good for
Talent,
you.
bro, dude.
Good for you.
Gummies are kicking in. Let's see. Then no, we haven't done Hotel California yet. Okay, here you go. You make the call.
Wait, by the way, can I just say something really quick?
Yeah.
This 4-day weekend, the 4th of July weekend,
Yep.
I had a 4-day weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but everyone else worked. So Friday, I literally dropped my son off at work, came home, I got the day to myself, poured the coffee. I did put on All by Myself, sat in this room, and I loved it. I loved it. It was like I'm all by myself.
Fucking Razor Blade song, dude.
No,
Yeah,
I love it.
no Razor Blade song.
Making love
That's-
was always for fun. It wasn't just for fun.
That's why Steve Wilson's my favorite songwriter, because he writes.
Pull
sad
up the
songs.
Days
lyrics
on
to
Fire.
that fucking song.
Yeah.
When I was young, I never needed anyone. And making love was just for
I didn't
fun.
need anybody
Those
because I
days
went
were
to
gone.
school
Those
where nobody
days are
liked me.
gone. No,
Dun, dun,
yeah,
dun,
those days are
dun.
gone. Yeah,
Dun,
no
dun, dun,
shit,
dun.
Sherlock. You have to fucking grow up sometime.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Let's see. And the last one.
Yeah.
You make the call. You make the call. Where's Spod the Wet Sprocket? I don't know. He's been in and out all show. Big head Spod the Wet Socket. Perry Denner says gay lyrics. Well,
He's been on that kick lately. Just watch the last couple shows.
the audience is on
Last-
fire tonight. They've been building this up for 2 weeks. Like we should
Right,
we
we
should
should
do
do
a
this
show
more.
every other week. And it's this active.
Keep 'em up, yeah.
We should do it every other week.
Yeah, right. Summer hours.
Let me say,
my
yeah,
God,
Mark
what's
Talent,
going on?
bro, dude says crank it up, pour yourself a tall one, and sniff up a horse line with 4 hearts after it. like that's extra energy right there. That's extra love
Your
for
heart
the
exploding.
horse line.
Yeah, really.
All right, Mark,
Your,
here you
your
go.
heart
You
will be
make the
4
call.
times its normal size.
Last one.
I have class.
Alan O'Day, Undercover Angel.
Jesus.
Right? I don't know the rest of the lyrics. I can't even
Midnight
make the rest of it.
Fantasy.
Oh, this sucks.
Let me see. I don't know. When did he say Dave Phillips, King of the 45s? I have the Red Sox on in the background, up 5-0. Uke, Kevin Euclid wearing a Peaky Blinders hat in the booth.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Who are they
Undercover
playing?
Angel, or
Were th-
I don't know who they're playing.
It's not the Yankees. They played them last weekend. So.
Yeah. Or knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me.
I got to go with that. Lesser of two evils.
Okay.
I'm going with
Lou?
knock 3 times.
Tony Orlando and Dawn. Knock 3 times. Knocking
Knocking times. Yeah, I guess
knocking because he's knocking 3 times on the pipe in his prison cell, isn't he? waiting for it to come home to the yellow ribbon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm glad the Sox are beating the A's. I hate the fucking A's.
Let me see something. Hold on one second. Bear with me 1 second. There we go.
Hey, Lou, you see any? I saw a good opera yesterday.
Which one was it?
La Trattoria dei Trattori. It was very good. It was about
it's the restaurant of Troia.
It was about biscuits. Yeah, it was good. It was
It's
about
It was about biscotti, not biscuits.
Yeah.
Biscuits
And all the
biscuits down here, Mark. We do biscuits here.
the castratos had great tights on. It was just it was awesome.
I considered becoming a castrato when I was a teenager.
Really? It's a lot of surgery, you know.
Yeah.
How do you do this, kid?
I don't know. Just talk.
Is that Mark?
Hey,
You're live. Come on.
I guess I am. Hi, guys.
Hey, Mark.
Is this Mark?
Mark Talent, bro, dude.
Well, Mark.
Hey, I mean, your music knowledge, all you guys, blows my fucking mind. So,
Well,
just wanted to say
Thank
that.
you.
there is a hierarchy here. Even I have to say that. And Lou is at the top of that hierarchy.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, stop.
so as you all know by now, when I met these, well, I've known Scott for a long time, but like when you guys have Jack on, he was the first kid when we were young in our early 20s, and his basement had like 3,000 albums. It was like you were in like a studio of like WBCN. It was fucking awesome. Never mind, partying like rock stars, but we just had such a blast. Scott will tell you, I was like a kid in the candy store in that house.
Yeah.
He turned on to like albums and Scott's been doing that since I was fucking 10.
Yeah.
He turned me on to the U2s and I was lucky I had older brothers and sisters, so I was, into like Vanilla Fudge and all that good stuff.
Right.
So I was lucky, but I love your guys' knowledge, dude. It blows me away.
Thanks,
It's just,
man.
that's why I have to always have my wisecracker line.
Hey,
There's
tell,
a lot of them tonight.
Kevin Corkum just messaged in Gretzky.
Yeah. Well, it's funny, Scott. That came up the other night. Someone asked me how that came about, that nickname. I go, that was years after my college years. I go, it was when I got out of school in 83, 84, and in the next 4 to 7 years, the Edmonton Oilers took off, right? They won 4 out of 6 cups or something. And then that, you know what? Who gave me that nickname? Scott was Bobby Barker, Buffer. And we were just playing like nighttime hockey, and I was already my mid-20s by then, and it just was a name that stuck, and never mind the Uncle Mark's my favorite. Scott will tell you that's my favorite, nickname of all.
I'll tell you right now, though, Tal was exceptional hockey player in my eyes. He was an exceptional hockey player. Yeah,
I'm humbled by that because I was lucky to play with a lot of great guys. But
you never played on a
is
team
right.
better than the Vipers.
Well, Scott was an owner. He was the owner.
I owned the team in the town league. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
Is this ice hockey or is it street
This
hockey?
is ice hockey. Yeah.
Ice hockey.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I put
Scott
together this
gave-
fucking this team of it was like Slapshot, right? And I just remember Tal would be first line center, and I'd try to do a line change, and he wouldn't come off the ice. He did it to
There
a
was
number of
times,
times. He's
I'll
like,
tell you
"Nah,
a
bro, I'm still playing, bro." I'm like, "Fuck you, fuck off the ice."
He'll tell you a story where a great friend of ours, Donnie Cass, 5'0",
Yeah.
took on this guy and kind of in a fight because it was stupid. Once again, it was you weren't even you're like in a men's adult hockey league.
Yeah.
And never mind the testosterone and there's guys from their 20s to 30s in it that some can't even really play anymore. But Donnie, he'll tell you the story where he ended up he was a lefty. So when he fought as a lefty, a southpaw. He dropped a guy like Muhammad Ali, like unreal, in a men's pickup game, which meant absolutely fucking nothing. but it was the most important thing. But I love that you guys what you do, and he'll tell you now that he's reached out and doing the podcast with the veteran stuff, and
It's a great podcast.
Exactly your calling. I mean, so have you ever? like with all the stuff that you guys in your background, have you ever been in like the DJ business or the like radio business?
No.
Before the podcast?
Not radio business,
didn't.
but they were. Mark.
I was in music production, so I produced cassettes and CDs. I was an audio mastering engineer, but I used to dream of
Right.
being a DJ. I always wanted to play records. That was a dream. I used to sit in my bedroom and play records and act like I was doing a radio show. I wish I could have
Well,
done
Scott,
that.
I do that now.
Yeah.
Like, so for example, I skate on Tuesday nights and Friday nights in the summer, and it's early. So by the time we get out, the sun's not down yet. So we skate like 6:30 to 7:30. By 8 o'clock, we're drinking cold beers, and who's running the tunes? I am. You know, and you'll love this, Scott, because I'll always put on just crazy shit, and I'll wait, and then I'll look at Richie Clue, and I'll go, "Who's that?" And he'll go, "That sounds like Blue Oyster Cult Town." And I'll go, "Yeah." And it won't even be Seasons of Wither. It might be Godzilla. It might be something that,
Yeah.
you know, I try to fuck him up. I try to, like, he's like my lifeline call. And that's how we all grew up. We all grew up loving music. Where are you all from? So we're obviously, I know Scott's out of the Florida, but he's a Boston boy. But where are your two hometowns growing up?
I grew up in Hillsdale, which is about 30 miles outside of New York City in northern New Jersey.
Okay, so you were definitely in the hub of music for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And how about
yeah.
you? Yeah. How about yourself?
Lou.
I'm from New Jersey. Yeah, same area as Mark. I live in a bunch of different towns.
Yeah.
We're from northern New Jersey.
Well, think about how grateful we are. Like, I can only tell you that, and Scott can attest this. When I was out in LA for 4 years, the grunge scene was taking off.
Early 90s.
I went and saw, I saw a couple of great bands. I mean, I was like, what the fuck is Lollapalooza? And then there I am, I'm at one, right?
Yeah.
And that whole thing started on the West Coast. And so that was the only time I actually experienced music coming west to east.
So we were
Everything
lucky,
else is
Tal. We were lucky. We grew up in Boston, and we had WBCN, right? Which was a very
But everything came
advanced.
west to east, right? Everything came west to
Well,
east. Like
no,
England.
well, it came from overseas to BCN. That's when it
Right.
came from England. But
Right.
when you
Correct.
and I were in Southern California at that time, K-Rock was
Yes.
like the West Coast version of WBCN. They were way ahead of their
Correct.
time.
And then
Way
the
ahead of
grunge
their
stuff,
time.
because we didn't know about Soundgarden. I mean, I still remember I was in LA when Guns N' Roses released November Rain. I'll never forget that. That was like a fucking.
I was in
that was the
Sacramento.
equivalent
Yeah.
of-
That was an epic.
I mean, think about that. That was like the last two we heard by that was like Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody. That was just off the charts.
That
Like
was their
the-
Dream
That's
On,
right.
Stairway to
Yeah.
Heaven.
Yeah.
You know,
but yeah, like rock anthems.
Yeah.
Rock anthems. And that's why I'm grateful for that, because once again, like we were just saying, between you, we're all tri-state, New England guys. And we were lucky because the bands came to the US first and they landed on the Jersey shore, the New York shore, and the Boston shore. They just did. And different record companies took them. I mean, and as Jack will tell you, and you've seen his back collection with his fucking stubs. Like Jack still had like every stub to every rock concert.
yeah. He
Like-
collects concerts. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, hundreds and hundreds. I mean, I saw you two. I've seen you two guys with this bloke probably 20 times
Yeah,
on our own.
Jack. Yeah.
And I was there when he had Bono on his shoulders, so I was there.
There you go.
On shrooms.
Witness
On
on,
shrooms.
mushrooms. Hey, listen, we got to get this show going, Tal. I love you, brother.
Right.
I love you, brother.
Thank you, guys. Lou and Mark, thank you. I appreciate you giving me 5 minutes of your time.
Nice to meet you.
When I can
Hey,
chime in
nice
and
to
make
talk
you
to you.
guys laugh, I love it.
And
Yeah.
by the
You got
way, before you go, I just want to introduce the world to the greatest air guitarist that ever walked the earth. Right here.
Yep,
You listen
I was
to him
true.
right here.
Guitar Hero. I invented that.
Before Guitar Hero. He was a Guitar Hero
Yes.
before
Yes.
Guitar Hero. So
Correct.
he was so ahead of his time.
Hero.
He had a wooden fake guitar that was not even like it was carved out.
It was a Les Paul.
It was
It was a Les Paul.
It was more less than
Strat.
Paul, but
It was a Strat. It was a Strat.
all right, brother. I'll talk to you soon.
Love you
All
guys.
right,
Great
buddy.
show.
Love
See you, Mark.
All right,
See ya.
buddy. All right.
Bye, Lou. Bye, Mark.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Later. Oh, there you go.
That's cool.
Yeah. Let's see. Where were we? We just
Oh.
finished up with what?
We're gonna go to albums. Yeah.
Is it albums? Yeah. You know what?
think
I'm just gonna do something different here.
Yeah.
You guys, album. Then I'm going to come up with. I have a list of Billboard's #1 albums of 1976.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I came up with that. So let's talk about some albums. Mark?
I'm going to go with You Can't Argue with a Sick Mind. It was a live Joe Walsh album. The recordings came from when he did Don Kirshner's rock concert, and he knew he was already joining the Eagles. So a couple Eagles appear on a few songs, and I never knew that. And I always wonder why it was a single album, but it's got a funky version of Walk Away. I love it. It's a great album. If you've never heard it, check it out, but I'm sure you've heard it. And he does Help Me Through the Night, which is with Glenn Frey, Don Felder, and Don Henley sing on.
Good one. Lou?
Yep.
Blue Oyster Cult, Agents of Fortune.
Yeah.
That's
So,
Don't Fear the Reaper on it. And
what
bunch
is
of
the,
great other songs.
What is there a hit off that album?
Don't Fear the Reaper. That was
Don't
the
Fear the
breakthrough album. Yeah.
Oh, is there a hit?
Yeah.
It's the hit.
It's a classic, but there's a handful of it's not their best album, I don't think. But there's a handful of great albums.
It's a really good album.
It's a really good album.
Yeah.
It's a solid album, of course. But
ETI's on it, right? Extraterrestrial.
yes, that's on it.
That's a great riff. Dun,
This Ain't the Summer of Love.
yeah.
Right. Good. Really good album. Not their best though.
I'm going to go with
Fucking Cowbell, Mark.
all right,
I had to
I'm gonna
do
go
it.
with my favorite Zeppelin album. My favorite Zeppelin album came out in 76.
Yeah.
Presence. Achilles' Last Stand is my favorite.
Epic.
My favorite Zeppelin song.
And he sang it from a wheelchair with a leg cast.
Yeah. It has Royal Orleans on it, T for One, For Your Life, right? Nobody's Fault But Mine.
Yep.
I mean, great fucking album. Disastrous tour,
Yeah.
but
Sad
great
tour.
fucking album. I mean, 7 songs on the whole album.
Yeah.
But it takes up a lot of space.
Very, very basic in a lot of ways, like just
Yeah.
guitar. No fashion. There was nothing like Houses of Holy. It was, yeah.
Yeah, Achilles' Last Stand, 10 minutes, 24 seconds. I'll go in like time order. T for One, 9 minutes, 23 seconds. And then there's a For Your Life, 6 minutes, 24. Nobody's Fault, 6:16. Hearts on Nowhere. Hearts on for Nowhere, 4:24. Candy Store Rock, 4:11. Royal Orleans, 2:59. Like, that's the only normal time.
That could be a 45.
That could be a 45 for them, yeah. So, yeah, Presence, definitely by far my favorite Zeppelin album.
Yeah.
Lou?
Where'd it go?
Oh, is it Mark?
It was it Mark? Wait.
Oh, yeah, I'm up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who had his pick? And he picked BOC. Damn it.
That's right.
All right, I'm going to go with an album that some people just kill me when I say it, but I think it's one of the perfect albums. Leftovershire from Kansas. It's got Gary on My Wayward Son, but I can listen to that album anytime, front to back. It flows, and it's probably their best. It's definitely their best album. Something was up with them when they wrote that album. They were in danger of losing their contract, and it's just one of those perfect albums.
All right. Lou?
Doobie Brothers. Taking it to the streets.
All
The
right.
first album with Michael McDonald.
Yeah. It's a good album.
He's got a book out.
Michael
called-
McDonald?
Yeah, I mean, he's doing the talk show circuit.
Well, his
The morning
interview
show.
I
on
mean,
Rick,
what more is it to say? Michael McDonald, like, I don't.
His early life and his.
I'm sure.
did you
that's-
Scott? Did you see his interview on Rick
the word
Beato's
beg.
show?
No.
It was good. He had an interesting.
Well, I
life.
like Michael McDonald. I'm not dogging him. I'm just saying, you're writing a book about your life. It's what hasn't already been said. I'm sure there's plenty of information out there, but
There's a chapter on the making of Jean Mobile.
Okay. All right. Another album that came out in 1976, the Rolling Stones' 13th album, Black and Blue.
Lost album in their catalog. I like
Yeah.
it. It's got some
It's
good songs on
it's
it.
their first album after Mick Taylor, right? Lou, what were you
I'm
missing?
I'm hearing things.
You hearing things? Okay.
I'm good.
It's got some interesting songs. It's a different kind of Stones album. So it starts off with Hot Stuff,
Yeah.
right? Kind of funky. Hot Stuff.
Yep.
And Hand of Fate. I love that song.
Oh, that's a great song.
Yeah. Cherry O Baby, then Memory Motel.
Mm,
Oh, there
Great
you go.
song.
Yeah.
great
Right?
song.
Then it goes to Hey Negrita, inspiration by Ron Wood. It says Melody, inspiration by Billy Preston. So it says inspiration by, right?
Yeah.
It's not a writing credit,
No,
right?
they didn't want to give him money. That's what it is.
It's not a writing credit. And they might get some money for it, but not a full credit, a full writing credit, but inspiration by, which I find interesting. And then another great fucking song, Fool to Cry.
Yes.
So this was kind of a lower key
Yeah.
album for them.
So they didn't have a single solo guitar player. They were auditioning guitars. So Wayne Perkins plays on a track. They had all different guitars. So yeah, it's not as cohesive,
Yeah,
but it's a sleeper in their catalog. It's
It
a
is.
great album. Yeah.
yeah. So, all right, Mark, what do you got?
I'm just going to get subversive on you for a second. A young guitar player that nobody heard of that was teaching guitar at the Berklee College of Music in Boston at 17 years old, Pat Metheny. He had just come out of the
Metheny,
Gary Burton band, and he
Yeah.
recorded his first solo album with the great Jaco Pastorius on bass. And it was a monster in jazz music because they introduced country, Americana flavors to jazz. It was definitely coming out of left field. Great album, Bright Size Life, it's called. It wasn't the Pat Metheny group, it was just Pat Metheny, but he was under 20 when he recorded it. That's amazing, you know.
Yeah, yep. Lou,
Genesis, A Trick of the Tail, the first album with Phil Collins as lead singer. Great album.
what has it got on it?
It's got the song Trick of the Tail. They got Squonk on it.
Yes.
That's got Squonk. Dance
It's
on
also
Volcano.
Yeah, and it's got my favorite song,
Get the Firth.
First the Fifth. And it's also got Ripples. Remember Ripples? That's a great song.
I always thought it was Nipples.
Of course you did.
Jesus.
Fuck you.
Jesus, it's about schoolgirls actually. It's about schoolgirls.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it is.
off the
It is.
rails.
Yeah, I didn't write it. But it is a good album. It is a good album.
It's a very good album. Yeah.
Let me see. What year did Fleetwood Mac come out? Was that 76 or 75? I thought it was 75.
Great album.
Yeah, because I'm looking at this list. Like I said, it was #1 albums, and that one bounced back onto the list in 76.
Can someone tell Perry, just read what Perry said? I'm not going to read it.
All that prog shit is not heterosexual.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Thank you, Perry. My wine went up in my nose. Thank you very much.
Lordy. Rough crowd tonight. Let me see. Let me just pull something up here. Mark, skip me. I'm going to,
You want me to go?
yeah, go. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go with, I can't take that one from Lou. I know he's going to read it. Okay, I'll go with the other Genesis album.
Go for it.
I'll go with the other Genesis album from that year, Wind and Wuthering, which I actually prefer.
Yeah. Oh, you do.
The Trick of the
Okay.
Tail. It's
You-
very
you-
haunting.
You prefer Wind and Weather to Trick of the Tail.
It's
Okay.
weird. Trick of the Tail has my favorite Genesis songs, but as a whole, something about Wind and Wuthering is very haunting. There's no big hits off it, nothing that you can-
Right.
but it's very, very pastoral, and that cover is great. I have a big poster of it at work in my print shop of that tree. It's just totally English. And,
I've reappreciated Steve Hackett as a guitar player.
he's awesome. He's awesome. His
And
solo stuff.
Yeah, about understated, but he's had a majestic way of playing, and it's just
Yeah, absolutely.
really good player.
First the Fifth, that guitar solo is. I can't figure it out. I tried.
I got an album.
Bring it up.
Bette Midler, Songs for the New Depression. Right. I didn't know what about, but when I read about it, it was interesting because she does a duet with Bob Dylan on this record.
Really?
Yeah, it's a song called Buckets of Rain that was on Blood on the Track. So it's a Dylan song that he recorded with just bass guitar and acoustic guitar and vocal. But he did a song with the Divine Ms. M. Isn't that what she was called?
Divine Miss M, yeah.
Right, back in the day.
Yeah.
songs for. I'm going to check that album out.
All right, I'm going to go with, let's see, David Bowie's 10th studio album. Great album. Station to Station.
Yes.
I mean, it's four great songs on it. There's only 6 songs on the whole album.
It's like Frampton Comes Alive.
Yeah, only 6 songs. You got Station to Station, you got Golden Years, right?
Right. That's one of my favorite. It might be my favorite Bowie song.
Yeah, that's a good one. I think there's a couple more I think on this album that I like better. Word on a Wing, and then side 2, TVC 15. Love that song. Oh my TVC 15.
Yeah.
TVC 15. And then Stay.
Yes.
Great album.
I
Yeah.
consider it prog in a weird way. Well, I had Robert Fripp was on it, I believe, right?
Yeah.
But it's very, as a prog guy, I loved it. Warsaw wasn't on that album. I'm trying to think. No, okay, that's a dark song.
Hey, I'm gonna go off screen for 1 second.
Okay.
You're up, Mark.
Okay, I'm going to go with the New World record by Electric Light Orchestra.
Mhm.
It was probably their first big hit album. It got them popular. Tightrope, Rockaria, Telephone Line, which is a great R&B
Telephone
song. Living Thing, Do Ya, remake of the old Move song.
It's a lot of hits, man.
Very good album. Yeah, and that started the run of album after album. Jeff Lynne was on fire.
So a pair of Dead Artists chimed in. Barry Manilow was Bette Midler's musical director. Not going to say it. I'll say you're going to say Barry Manilow's gay, Perry, aren't you?
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
No.
So I had.
So says the beta male. Are you okay? Did you have to hock up a lung or
No,
something?
here he comes. Come on.
Oh.
Come on.
Is that Morrison?
Come on. Yeah, come on.
Wow. 2 special guests on the show.
Yeah, really.
Come on. Here's my boy.
Ah.
And he brought me his bunny.
As long as it's not a mouse.
This is his blankie. This is his security blanket.
He brings it to you.
He brings it every night. And he meows when he brings it. Oh, buddy. Morrissey on the show. And he's going to rub his ass on the microphone. Yeah.
There we go.
Just like
There you
Morrissey would do.
That's funny.
You have air conditioning or else he's not going to do the show.
Oh, he's backing up. What are you doing, cat?
I'm backing into you, you stupid
Yeah.
human.
All right, what else do we got?
I did the ELO album.
Lou?
Brand X.
Oh, great band.
Brand X.
Prague fusion instrumental band with Phil Collins.
Yeah, it was
I
a
think
side
2 other.
project.
Yeah. It showed how incredible a drummer Phil Collins at his peak.
Yeah.
Playing jazz fusion, complicated music. I mean, this guy had chops.
Yeah.
It's sick what he does on that.
Yeah, sometimes during the 80s or even like before he became really disabled, he was saying, he goes, I can't play like that anymore. Even before he had all the nerve damage and all that other stuff. But yeah, I heard one album of theirs, and that's their debut album, actually, I was like, wow. Well,
Yep.
Well, 1976, Rush's 4th studio album. I think, would you say this was their launching pad, 2112?
I think so, because they were going to lose their
Sense.
record contract.
Yeah.
Because Caress of Steel did so bad.
yeah.
And what did they respond? They did another album with a long song. Long
Oh,
song.
they expected this thing to just go down in flames.
Yeah.
But they said, we're going to go out making the album we want to make.
And it was a big
caught.
one.
It caught. It was a win, yeah.
Yeah, it was a big one.
And it was-
Absolutely.
2112, I mean, that's the first time I saw Rush on the rock shows. It was a lot of concert films of them, but it was that era, that time.
It peaked at number 61 on the album charts. Yeah.
Not a
It's
bad
not
show.
bad.
Have you ever seen them live, Scott?
No, I didn't have
Oh,
the
no?
the
Okay.
pleasure. I was never I always liked Rush. I never had
Great.
never had a problem with them. Never, but I just never got to for whatever.
It was my son Anthony's first concert. Took him to
Oh.
see them. And I saw it. My first time seeing him was Power Windows Tour. I was a freshman in high school. And Marillion opened, and that's from then on I saw him. I
Marillion?
I saw him.
Kylie,
Yeah.
I'm so sad to see you lonely, but I don't know what I'm going through. Kylie,
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm just sad to see you lonely.
Dun, yeah. I've seen him probably 20 times.
People thought
Marillion?
that song was
Oh,
Genesis.
Rush.
Do you remember
Yeah, great song.
November in the rain? Do you remember?
Break your heart.
I didn't mean to break your, but you broke mine, bitch. Kaylee. I always thought he should have just said bitch right in there.
Right.
I didn't mean to break you out, but you broke mine, bitch. Kaylee. Look at, come on, Marcy, stop showing your ass.
Just like Morrissey.
Oh, fuck.
You should get Big Morrissey
doing?
sign behind you like he does on stage.
What are you, camera shy? Like he all of a sudden he won't face the camera. He's
Really?
like,
He realized
"No, I
his
don't
ass
wanna
was on
see- I don't
camera. That's
wanna-"
what happened. Yeah.
Let me see. Come here. Yeah. Let's see what you got here. Say hello.
This is great for the audio
Morrissey.
listeners right now.
Say
There
hello.
he is.
I said say hello. Say hello. Say
How
hello.
old is Morrissey?
Morrissey now is probably, I think he's going to be 3.
Okay, he's a young boy.
Yeah. Yeah. Buddy.
Love his eyes.
Get
Audio listeners now think you have the singer Morrissey on your lap. That's what it is.
Right. Well, I wouldn't mind that actually. I'm
Ooh.
a fan.
You're a
I'm a
fan.
fan.
Tell
I'm a
Scott. Do
fan.
tell.
I had Bono's balls in the back of my neck. Why not Morrissey sitting on my lap? I mean, I
Bucket
cover
list is
all the
complete.
angles.
This beta male says 2 snaps.
Let's see.
Europe.
Mark,
No, Europe.
I'm up.
Yeah.
I
Europe.
just said 2112.
Oh, okay. So I'm up.
Yeah. Let's do
I'm
one more round. We're coming up on 2 hours,
Yeah.
and we'll pick up next week.
Okay. I'm going to go with my old favorite band, Judas Priest, their second album, Sad Wings of Destiny. It was the album where they became heavy metal, and it had songs like Victim of Changes, Ripper. It's a really good album. And for 76 to have an album that heavy, they were ahead of their time. So,
Yeah. Lou?
The debut album by Johnny Cougar,
oh,
Chestnut Street Incident, with a lot of covers on it. The album covers hysterical.
who produced it?
It just looked like a goofball. It was, I don't know, I didn't recognize any familiar names there. It wasn't.
I thought a big guy produced it.
Well, his manager was Tony DeVries. I think it was Bowie's manager,
Yeah.
and he gave him the moniker. But it's pretty fun. Like I looked at it, he does like an Elvis cover. I thought he had that. Was that one big hit of his? His first. What was his first hit? No, he did his first hit was a cover of "I Need a Lover."
Was that on that album?
Wait. He didn't write that, did he?
No, he didn't.
But Pat Benatar did it as well. Maybe he did write it.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's a good question.
Well, I'll tell you right now, the producer of the album was Tony DeFries, and he managed Dave. Okay, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. It was the next album that he got a big time producer. Yeah. Okay.
Was
Sorry.
that before he became Little Bastard?
Yeah.
Perry Dedovich, the AI, says those guys in Rush are
Ooh, and it's
Canadian.
Hey Lou. Hey, Lou.
Yeah.
Lou, how do you pronounce the drummer's name?
Kenny Aronoff,
No, of Rush.
Neil Peart.
Thank you, and it's Wawaze.
Okay.
Okay. Are we?
Wait.
It's
It's nerdy prog humor. Yeah.
Oh,
John Mellencamp wrote "I Need a Lover." He wrote that "I Need a
Oh,
Lover."
okay.
I
didn't
need to
know.
love it. Yeah.
Wow.
All right. I'm
Good for
going
him.
to end this segment with a really good Boston band. What am I looking at? The Modern Lovers debut album came out. Jonathan Richman and the Modern Lovers, right? Modern
Didn't know they
Lovers.
were from Boston.
The tracks were recorded in like 71 and 72. And then they finally got it released in 76.
What
Yeah.
is it, the Sex Pistols?
And the producer, I keep seeing something on my mic. It's like fucking bugging me.
It's cat hair.
Yeah, I think it is.
He backed his ass into the mic.
Back, no,
It's cat ass hair.
Yeah. Cat ass, yeah.
Morris backed his ass into your mic.
The album was produced by John Cale from
Wow. Velvet Underground.
Velvet Underground. Yeah. And it has one of the greatest rock songs ever written. If I had a top 100, this would be in it.
That's probably in a few of those lists.
It would be in it. And I'll end it with, let's see. Let me see. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Road runner. Driving faster miles an hour. Is this not one of the greatest driving songs?
Yes, it is.
And so you got the 71, 72 sound. They still have that keyboard. You know, it has a lot of keyboard in it.
Cheesy garage rock keyboard.
Yeah, man. Just such a fucking great song from start to finish.
Is that Future Car David Robinson on the drums?
I don't know.
I think
Maybe. I don't know.
It might be.
Well, let's see. Let's look it up right here.
Maybe it was before his time. I don't know.
So we have Jonathan Richman, right? Singer, songwriter, guitar. He was a teenager, by the way, when he did this, when he formed it in 71. So Jerry Harrison on keyboards, Ernie Brooks on bass, David Robinson on drums.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, shit.
And Jerry Harrison of the Heads.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Super group.
Modern Lovers. They were good, man. They just didn't. They just couldn't get it together, evidently.
Yeah,
Keep it together.
I think that's the way he liked it. What movie was he in?
Who, Jonathan Richman?
Yeah, he's got a cameo.
I know what you're talking about.
I
know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to guess it now.
Yeah. Well, we got plenty of time to pick this up next week. No more squeezing it all in. And, we're going to stretch it out next week. We're going to finish some albums from 76. We're going to talk about some movies. We got a lot of great movies to talk about from 76.
Yeah.
A lot of great movies. And Mark's segment will be shitty albums from groups we like.
So I want everybody to think of your favorite bands and albums that they shouldn't have put out, or what were they thinking when they put out. Just think of it.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And also say, do you like it? Because sometimes you like it. And were they justified doing it, or were they fucking their fans over? That's my thing. Like some bands will put out an album and they just disregard their fans,
So let's see. Let's do This Day in Music. On July 11th, 2023, a Michigan jury has ruled that a 2014 document found in Aretha Franklin's couch after her death was a valid will and her multi-million dollar estate. The verdict ends a nearly 5-year legal squabble within the family. When Franklin died from pancreatic cancer in August 2018, it was widely believed she had not prepared a will to her roughly $6 million estate. It includes cash, gold records, and furs, and her music copyrights. At the heart of the dispute was the soul superstar's 4 children. At the heart of the dispute was what the soul superstar's 4 children would inherit. I don't know the rest of the story, but that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
$6 million.
On this day in 2019, toy maker Mattel announced a new collectible David Bowie doll inspired by his signature Ziggy Stardust fashion.
Oh, wow.
Dubbed Barbie as Bowie, the doll is dressed as the late singer's glam rock alter ego, complete with a pair of red platform boots and topped with his fiery red mullet. I've never
to have
heard of
one
those.
now.
No.
To have one. Can you imagine that? Wow.
I mean, I'm sure they're out there. I'd be curious to see what they're going for.
What year did it come out?
2019.
Wow.
Yeah. Let me see. On this day in 2014, producer and drummer Tommy Ertley, from the Ramones, died at age 65 following unsuccessful treatment for bile duct cancer.
For them, he lived old.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anyone left from the Ramones?
I don't think so.
Isn't Dee Dee still doing something?
No, he died a long time ago.
No, and then let me
Marky.
see. Marky.
Oh,
I
might
think
be
Marky he does a radio show on Sirius.
Okay.
Marky Ramone, yeah. Early was also an assistant engineer for the production of the Jimi Hendrix album Band of Gypsies. On this day in 2013, Pearl Jam released their 10th studio album, Lightning Bolt, which went to #1 in the U.S. album charts. On this day in 2011, Rob Grill, lead singer and bassist for the 60s rock band The Grassroots, whose hits included Midnight Confessions, Temptation Eyes, and Let's Live for Today, died after suffering a head injury from a fall caused by a stroke. He was only 67. I don't care about the Black Eyed Peas. On this day in 2004, The Darkness replaced David Bowie at this year's Tea in the Park Scottish Festival following his heart operation. The Darkness, isn't that the guy sings like this?
Yeah, I can't.
That
I
was
don't
a
get
flash
them.
in the pan. Yeah,
they're
that
still
didn't.
they're still playing, and I don't get them.
Is that a metal? Are they a metal band?
They were making fun of metal. They were like,
Yeah, they-
Oh,
it's
okay.
weird.
yeah.
Was that like loudness?
No, Loudness were a metal band. Yeah,
We're a
Right.
Japanese metal band, weren't they?
yeah. We come to rock you.
Loud.
On this day in 2002, the funeral of The Who's bass player John Entwistle took place at a church in the Cotswolds. Fucking English names.
Coxwold on Thames.
Cotswolds. More than 200 mourners filed into the 12th century church of St. Edward. Entwistle was found dead in his Las Vegas hotel room June 27th.
And that's what happens when you
57.
do
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Yep,
Yeah,
when
with
you
a
do
heart
it into your 50s and 60s, it's not good, people.
He had a
Yeah.
fucking heart condition.
Really?
Yeah. And what Pete Townsend said something, he goes, I know John Whistle all my life. I never knew until after he was dead he was a Freemason.
Ah,
Hmm.
kept it a secret. But he looks
By the-
like a Freemason. Think
By the
about it.
plumb, by the rule, by the all Shanghai.
On this day in 1996, Jonathan Melvoin, keyboard player with the Smashing Pumpkins, died from a drug overdose. Wendy Melvoin's brother.
Yep.
And he bought the drugs from the drummer, I believe, or something, because they fired the drummer over
Smashing
that.
Pumpkins drummer Jimmy Chamberlain, who was with Melvoin, tried to and failed to revive him. Right?
Wow.
Was allegedly advised by 911 operators to put Melvoin's head in the shower. Several songs were inspired by his death. Okay. This day in 1992, a range of 8 ties designed by Jerry Garcia of the Grateful Dead went on sale. The U.S. President Bill Clinton bought a set. The collection grossed millions in the U.S. by the end of the year.
I have one.
Do you really?
I have a tie, yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
I never wear ties. I don't know how to tie a tie. So I have to use a
You can
clip
do
on.
the old Windsor knot.
I don't know. Balloon knot, whatever you want.
There's YouTube videos.
I know.
This day in 1982, Phil Collin, former guitarist with the glam rock band Girl, replaced Pete Willis in Def Leppard, who was fired due to excessive alcohol consumption on the job.
It's funny, he was
drinking on
fired.
the job. What?
He was fired, but
Rock and roll.
Steve Clark died years later of
died.
alcoholism. So
Yeah.
why'd they fire?
Yeah. On this day in 1981, the Specials had their second and final UK #1 single with "This Town." It's kind of like a ghost town.
Yeah.
Too much fighting on the dance floor.
Yeah.
I loved. I was just listening to that song yesterday. So there you go.
Dude, it came on yesterday at work.
Yeah. Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
This town.
Somebody asked me, goes, who is that? I said, this is Specials. Let's go.
The Specials. Great. Great fucking song.
Yeah.
Let's
Haunting.
see.
That's a haunting sounding song.
yes.
Well, they do that. The whole keyboard at the
background.
beginning. That kind of old kind of horror movie keyboard.
Yeah.
You know what it reminds me of? The Sun is Shining. That's kind of an eerie reggae song, too. you
But
know?
then right in the middle of it is everybody knows breaking down into the ghost town. Like all of a sudden it lights up.
We got to lift it up. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. On this day in 1975, Fleetwood Mac released their 10th studio album. Often referred to as the White Album, the first Fleetwood Mac album to feature Lindsey Buckingham on guitar. In other words, this is where their career started. The first 9 albums were junk. I don't care what anybody says. Nobody,
weren't. No, they
fucking nobody listens to old Fleetwood Mac.
Don't
They were
It
good
doesn't get
albums.
played on the radio.
don't discount the Bob
little
Welch
bit.
shoes.
No.
Bob Welch shoes were good. And the one album
You don't
with the
hear
original
anything
band,
from them.
the
You
one
know,
around
hear-
with the
you hear a
original
little
band
bit
was the
on the
band
X-Men.
played on and then play on. That's a good album. That really.
So
is.
out of 9 albums, they play
don't hear
one
a lot.
song that might be good. Out of 9 fucking albums, come on, gentlemen.
No, they don't. They don't play a lot, but they do play some stuff. Yeah, they hear the weird album cuts.
No.
the Bob Welch albums were good. I like them.
No. Those
Mr.
first 9
Todd?
albums, are like Joe Biden to the Democrats right now. It's nothing. They have to
Mystified,
go. They have to go. Those
sentimental
9 albums
lady.
need to be erased from their catalog because
This is a
nobody knows anything
this is-
before that first
This is a
album.
music show, Scott. Now, come on. I'm
You
going
know I
to
had
echo
to
Jack.
squeeze
This
it
is
in.
a music show.
You know I had to squeeze it in.
Oh,
On this
buddy,
day
I
in
love you.
1971,
Mark, will
Bruce
you tell
Springsteen-
Scott that I think that?
Full circle, buddy. Full circle. There you go.
Beta males love full circles, you know.
Oh, man.
The hell?
On this day in 1971, the Bruce Springsteen Band opened for Humble Pie at the Sunshine Inn in Asbury Park.
Read Perry's comment, please.
Fleetwood Mac was gay before Buckingham. Thank you, Perry. Thank you. Thank you. The AI knows all. The AI knows all. So do not argue with the AI. That's all I'm saying.
Why am I as a beta male getting mad at this? I mean, you know.
I don't know, but don't argue with the AI. That's all I'm saying. He's the glue.
Hey,
I
Perry
heard
and
that's
Lou.
what the guest said on the Music Relish show, that Perry is the glue.
But
that
who's your
keeps it
favorite?
together, the AI.
Who's your favorite?
But Lou is the caller's favorite, though. And Mark is from New York. He thinks he's better than everybody.
I am. I can't help it. I'm from New York.
Hey.
What do you want?
All right, let's
Oh,
get
live
through this. On this day in 1970, Three Dog Night starts a 2-week run at #1 in the U.S. with their version of the Randy Newman song, Mama Told Me Not to Come. Because then that baby came 9 months later. Anyway,
That's a weird thing for your mother not to tell you.
Did you know that the song was first covered by Eric Burden on his first solo album
Really?
in '66? Yeah,
Wow.
and gave Tom Jones and Stereophonics a #4 hit on the UK singles charts in 2000. Look at Randy Newman raking in that money.
Yeah.
On this day in 1969, Space Oddity by David Bowie was released. That was his. I think Space Oddity might be his Joshua Tree, maybe.
Yeah.
Space Oddity put him on the really got him a lot of attention.
And that's his signature song.
Ground Control.
When you hear that
Yeah.
acoustic intro, that's
Yeah.
Bowie. Everyone
Yeah.
knows.
Ain't Starman, that's for sure.
I don't care about the Beatles and
Wow.
Alma. I mean, what, the Beatles appeared on this day in 1964 live on the ABC television program Lucky Stars.
Oh, yeah.
Performing Hard Day's Night. Okay. Let me see. And on this day in 1955, Alma Cogan was at #1 in the UK singles charts with Dreamboat. Okay. Cogan went on to score over 20 UK top 40 singles. Nicknamed the
Name
girl with the laugh in her voice, she was the highest paid British female entertainer of her era.
Can we name another one of her 20 hits?
Yeah, right. Born on this day, let me see. Lil Kim, born on this day in 1975. Let me see.
Wow. She's only 6 years younger than me. Wow.
Yeah. Richie Sambora, born on this day in 1959. Susanna
Ooh.
Vega, born on this day in 1959.
Wow. Richie Sambora's up there.
Susanna Vega. Is it Susanna? Yeah, Susanna Vega.
My name is Lucas.
Suzanne Vega.
Yeah, no, it's the other one that's
Susanna Hoffs.
No. The
She
one
looks
that says
great.
you say
Oh.
Lisa Loeb.
Lisa Loeb still fucking looks good.
You saw her in that Geico
Yeah,
ad
the
where she's singing it?
commercial, I'm like,
yeah.
Yeah.
What?
She's original sexy nerd, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them, yeah.
Like she still looks good. I'm like,
Yeah.
holy shit, Lisa.
How
Good
about
for you,
Suzanne,
girl.
How about Susanna Hoffs?
Susanna Hoffs. I
Looks good.
watched like some of her Instagram videos or whatever fucking thing I saw. That girl's crazier than a sprayed roach. She's
Really?
fucking out there. She's flighty and
Wacky?
she's pretty. She's beautiful girl. Nice. She's not, but like, I don't know. I don't know if I could, like, I don't care. You're Susanna Hoffs and you're famous and you're beautiful. But I have to have a fucking conversation with a girl. Like,
Is
I
she like
don't know.
spacey? Is she spacey flighty? 'Cause
She's
she was
spacey,
she was
flighty.
raised.
Yeah.
Her mother was a Hollywood writer. She was raised in Hollywood her whole life. So.
Yeah. God bless.
LA.
She's nice,
Yeah.
nice woman. Like
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
no issues with her. I don't know how long I need some.
Sometimes a little
substance
crazy is
coming-
good.
Yeah, I need some density in the head.
So Scott, when you started to say talk about Susanna Hoffs,
What? Go ahead.
and you said Susanna Hoffs, I thought you were going to say you saw her in Boston and you had her on your shoulder.
No, I wish
her
she
balls
had
were
it
on your
on the
shoulder.
back of my neck. That's
I was waiting for that. you know?
yeah. I wish that'd be better than Bono. That's for sure.
Smells better too.
Let's see. Born on this day in 1957, Peter Murphy from Bauhaus they did a great version of Ziggy Stardust.
I don't think I've heard it.
Yeah. You never heard Bauhaus?
I've heard them, but I've never heard them do. No.
Let me see.
Well, I'm gonna have to.
Here we go, right there. Yeah. Yeah, you can see there's a video of it too.
Nice production.
Yeah.
Wow,
That's a
Yeah.
great version, man.
that's nice.
Great version of that song. Yeah, go listen to it, man. Let me see. Also, Benny DeFranco from the DeFranco family was born on this day in 1954. Barney Pointer from the Pointer Sisters, born on this day in 1951. Let me see. Jeff Hanna from the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, born on this day in 1949.
Oh yeah.
Spies for the U.S. government.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Great story, right? And born on this day, last but not least, in 1931, Tab Hunter. American actor, singer, film producer Tab Hunter. He starred in more than 40 films.
Founder of Tab Soda.
Was well-known Hollywood star in the 50s, 60s. His 57 hit, Young Love, was number one in the Billboard Hot 100. And gentlemen, that's it. That's it. 2 hours, 15 minutes. We supposed to wind this up 15 minutes ago, but that never happened.
That's okay. I think everybody fell asleep.
Yeah. This is a lively show tonight, so I want to thank everyone that was watching, everyone that's listening, but the watchers, they were very active on the message board tonight, which is always makes for a better show. Makes for a better show. Gentlemen, as I always say,
Thanks, Patty.
thank you for your time. Thank you for your knowledge, but most of all, absolutely 100% thank you for your friendship. I truly appreciate it.
We're not friends anymore, Scott.
You're supposed to tell Mark to tell me.
I forgot.
See, you blew it. Now I know your friends. See,
Mark, you tell Scott I love him.
Hey, Lou, this means that Scott's going to call me now instead of you. That's good. I get to hear from
well,
Scott.
so that's the thing. I seem to talk to Mark more than I talk to Lou on the phone because Lou's a busy guy.
Lou,
You're not.
Lou, the other night, I was coming home from work. I had to go shopping. I sat in the car, and I talked to Scott for a half hour. I set my time aside for Scott.
There
What
you
did
go.
you do?
See that, Lou?
Okay.
See?
Okay.
See?
I've been
He
shamed.
finds time.
Shamed.
And then to get out of the conversation, he's like, hey, I just pulled into the parking lot, but he was already there.
Yeah. Right. Good,
He was already there.
good call.
He was already there. Everybody that's watching, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If you like it, share it. If you didn't like it, well, thanks for watching and listening for 2 hours and 18 minutes. I love doing this, guys, for you. You are the engine that runs this machine. And to quote my favorite artist, Morrissey, doing the show for you, the pleasure, the privilege is mine. And we will be back next Thursday with another great show with picking up where we left off from 1976. And that's it. Say goodnight, boys.
Good night,
Men.
Good night,
Say
boys.